Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Sarcasm City Sports Q&A that you get each and every Wednesday. Big up to everyone in the comment section already. I will get to all your questions. Don't worry about that and all of the comments. For those that haven't seen the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As before, you lot in the comments run the show. The audience run this show. So get all of your questions in, any sporting questions. So it's any sport, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, boxing, UFC, NFL, whatever you want to ask about, feel free to get your questions in. And of course, if you are a member of the channel, your questions take priority like a super chat. So if you see me go into the same names, that's not because I'm ignoring anybody. It's because that is one of the perks of the membership. And of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your question as well. Let's bump up the likes. We're already at double figure likes, so big up to you lot. Let's go up to 20 likes. We're currently at 11. Let's share this across the socials as well. I know you lot are active on all them social media apps. Share it across the socials, so you can go to That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, or Sarcasm City TV. Right there. Wait. Right there on Twitter and Instagram. And you can retweet and like from the Twitter, share from the Instagram, and an action-packed night of football. Obviously, in the Premier League, Arsenal losing 3-1 to Manchester City, so advantage Manchester City in the Premier League title race. And obviously, Chelsea losing away to Borussia Dortmund in the first leg of is it round of 32? Round of 32 in the Champions League. So I will get to all your questions. Victor's in the building as well. Yes, Victor, what are you saying?
I'm all right, man. I'm good. I'm all calmed down now, so I'm all good.
Calm down. All right, cool. But so yeah, I'm sure you lot will have plenty of questions on City beating Arsenal, what this means for the title race, what it means for Manchester City, what it means for Arsenal, Chelsea, like I said, losing Borussia Dortmund, how that will impact the second leg, plus more. I'm sure you lot might have questions about, well, it's technically today now, Barcelona versus Manchester United in the Europa League. So get your questions in. Big up to Malcolm, says big up everyone in the building. Make sure to like and subscribe on your way in. Malcolm says your defense is in trouble. Haaland's in the room. Big up to Manju, says big up everyone. Just popping in to say hi and have a great stream. Take care. Big up Manj. Ed says big up Flawless. Arsenal pack has been sparked. Big up X, who says big up Flawless, mad at the people. Hey, that's me, man. Big up to you, X. Big up to Raja as well, says big up Flawless. Big up to Neville B as well, says big up Flawless and the people. He just put Arsenal, ha ha ha. And big up to Alam as well, who says big up the panel and the chat. Good to see so many members as well. Like I said, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Let's bump up these likes as well. Alam says, I know today's show is going to be fire. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, make sure you do that. But yeah, we'll start. Only one place to start while we wait for some questions to come in. The big game, which is Arsenal versus Manchester City, or first versus second from the Emirates. If Arsenal would have won, they would have been 6 points clear of Manchester City. If City win, which did indeed happen, they'd be level on points and it would be advantage City. And this is just a teachable moment, people. Because I always say on this platform in particular, I've stated many times, I get more things wrong than I do right. But it was the way people were talking like Arsenal had this league title wrapped up. And I kept saying, and let me just actually start off before I get into that. Arsenal can still win the league. Like, don't get it mistaken. Is today a massive blow for them? Yes. In terms of momentum, psychologically, absolutely. And getting beat like that on your home pitch. But people were acting like the title race was done. I kept stating this. There's so much football to be played. I don't know if it's because people are forgetting of the World Cup. And because it's February, people are thinking we're further along in the season than we actually are. There's still so, even now after today's game, what is it? 20, was that game 24? What 24 for
yeah, 23.
24 matches. So look how many, there's still so many points on offer. There's still going to be so many twists and turns. Arsenal are going to drop points from now to the end of the season. Manchester City are going to drop points from now to the end of the season, as will Manchester United as well. Like, no team is just going to go and win all 12, 14, 15 games in a row. We've seen City do that. They're capable. But I don't see that happening. But again, people, teachable moment. Stop letting your emotions cloud your judgment. We in January and people talking, yeah, Arsenal have won the league's over. You get clowns like Ryan in the chat, yeah, Arsenal have won this league. You know what I'm saying? We on Battle of the North, and shout out to Matisse, he pulling emergency meetings, and I'm on there, and Hassam's on there, and Daps is on there, I'm with Lewis, all these type of things. Like, there's still, I don't know if it's because I've seen so many title races. I've seen it on the flip side on the good side for Manchester United in terms of us overtaking the team who was clear of us, or United be caught. I've seen, and there's still so much football to be played. I'm saying form, injuries, suspensions, all these type of things. The one incorrect refereeing decision. Like there's still so much to be played, and I can't believe the way people were acting. Arsenal fans understand it. Younger Arsenal fans, I understand it from, because they're living in hope, which that I understand. That's why I don't particularly get onto Jeremiah as a Manchester United fan, because his Manchester United fandom, that comes from hope. He didn't see the Fergie era. He's that young. He only remembers Van Gaal. So it's like, I kind of get it. But if you're older, I'm like, you've definitely seen this. And when I see it from rival fans, Arsenal have the league wrapped up, crowned them champions, it's all over. Why? Because they're 8 points clear with 20 games to go. Now, that's crazy.
They've never even gone 8 points clear. It's just been 5. And then they have the opportunity to go 10 points clear, and then they bottled it. So I don't think
And that's it. That's how I'm looking at it. And like I said, it's not like it's all over and all of a sudden City are just going to walk away with it type of thing. Like Arsenal will still fight for it. Do I believe City will win the league? Yes. But again, and you hear me get onto my own team and my own fan base about this when you talk about United in the title race. I'm like, people act like Arsenal, it was impossible that they go and drop points to Brentford. That when people were talking about the City games, that was the craziest part. I'm like, why is it out of the realms of possibility that Manchester City beat Arsenal twice, considering they have a great record against them? Taz is in the building as well. Yes, Taz, what are you saying?
Well.
Before you continue, big up to Zevo, and big up to Steve as well. Like I say, you lot continue to get your questions in. I will start them. But yeah, go on, Taz.
It is the history of the Arsenal. February time, bottle job continues. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried a little bit at the start of the
I know you was
the year. That was like early January though. But ever since then, I thought, you know what? This is Arsenal. What's wrong with me? They bottled it. And I'm telling you now, and I know you just went on a eulogy about how the league isn't over. I'm telling you, the league is over. This bullet that they just, that the Gunners unironically got hit with, it's gonna hit deep, and it's over for them. I'm telling you, we've seen it before. It's their history, and it's not like it's experienced players either. They're one of the youngest teams in the league, so. This is going to hit differently. So, enjoy it while we're here. Pop champagne. United lose tomorrow 10-0. Arsenal still bottled the league. We're here. We're winning.
This guy is shameless. Yeah.
Shameless.
This is shameless. So I don't at the sentiments that United still need to do the business as well. Rajas says, flawless. How highly do you rate Arteta? To me, he's very mid-tier. Glad we have Ten Hag. No, to call Arteta mid-tier, I think is unfair, considering he's now in his 4th or 5th year of management and he has Arsenal in a legitimate title race. That's credit to the team he's built. How good he will be, I don't know. But to call him a mid-tier manager doesn't have them in the situation they're in. So mid-tier, I think, is unfair.
I think he's a great coach. I think he's one of the best coaches. I don't think he's a great manager, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him great. I'd say currently, right now, I'd call him good. That's what I'd say. I'd say he's a good manager.
Yeah.
Could he be great? I'm not sure. But to have them where they're at this moment in time is ridiculous. Like, they shouldn't be there. That's not a team anybody looked at and went, Arsenal will be competing for a league title. So he has them overachieving, very similar to Ten Hag you mentioned. But to compare Arteta to Ten Hag isn't fair to Arteta because Ten Hag's much further along in his run. Like, he's been managing much longer. Like, in terms of, if we're talking years, Arteta's 4 or 5 years old. Ten Hag's been managing what is it, a decade? So he's like double the age in terms of
more than that.
In terms of time, is it more than that? I don't even know when he started. I don't know when he started managing.
It's back since here. I'll look it up actually.
But if we're talking, all right, say it's 15 years. If he's got a decade over Arteta, like that's unfair to compare it to. You're comparing 2 boxers from different weight classes and saying if they fought
since 2008.
See, so you've been managing. That's a long time. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. I think it will be unfair, but Arteta's definitely not like, and you lot know me, I love to get onto Arsenal. He's not mid-tier. He's not. There's over 35 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 30 likes. We're at 19 currently. I'm looking for 11. Let's get up to 30 likes, people. Let's get up to 30 likes expeditiously. Actually. And subscribe again if you're new, man. Subscriber check. We're only looking for one new subscriber. Been slacking on the subscriber check recently. Real recently. Let me see. We're only looking for one. Actually, no, we're looking for 6. We're looking for 6. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for 6 new subs. Mohammed says Jan was right. 100% record. She needs to be going to the Arsenal stadium more often. Big up Jan, who's in the cut as well. Wiki says, big up Flawless and the gang. I never got gas because of our minor gap because City have won 4 out of 5 leagues. We've not been in this position for years. Because, yeah, Wiki, you've probably seen this before. Alam says, a part of the Arsenal experience is their fans getting their hopes up. The good form had to last long enough to get their hopes up. That's a fact. The real problem is that we've lost momentum that we had earlier in the season. If we had it, I believe that we beat City in this game. But now the true test is how we make efforts to regain it. Jan says Ten Hag's older than Pep. Well, yeah, Jan, I'm not talking about their age. I'm talking about how long they've been managing. How long has Pep been managing? Since what year? I'm talking just management. I'm saying like that's you could take someone who's, you know what I'm saying, who's 50 years old, but he's been managing 5 years, and then someone who's 40 who's been managing 20 years. He has a big advantage. That's what I'm talking about. Arsenal fans were running their mouth in the chat just over there. Yeah, X, and you know they're going to disappear as well. That's the thing. Marcel says AFTV and chill. AFTV is back, my people. The meltdowns are here. I did watch a couple, actually. Arsenal fans hold that, running up your mouth and printing out league tables on your shirt and all that. That was crazy.
Hold that, Cecil.
That is crazy.
Hold that, man.
And I think so, like, that is nuts. Thomason says, big up, guys. We were poor yesterday. We will finish the title races over. Aston Villa will beat us on Saturday flawless. You will finish above us. That's something Mataz has been advocating, actually, about Manchester United finishing above Arsenal. I'm not forced.
I said I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When I say you advocate, I'm saying you've mentioned this before. You've mentioned this is all I'm saying. That's all.
Yeah, that's a bit reactionary, bro. It's your fan base, not mine. I couldn't care less.
Hey, 40 of you locked in. Continue to share this across the socials. Let's run up the numbers. Get your questions in as well, man. Get your questions in. But to what X said, yeah, of course there ain't gonna be no Arsenal fans in the chat. I ain't seen one. Only person I've heard from is Cam, which he did call this. And that being said, this time tomorrow, people, the Arsenal Manchester United show, we're going to talk from the Arsenal Meets the Man United podcast. So, of course, we'll be discussing Arsenal City and Barcelona, Manchester United as well. Of course, we will. But this ain't nothing new, and there'll be more twists and turns. It's not going to be plain sailing for any single time. Like I said, just go back and look at most Premier League title races. That's what it is. Gemini says, even though United are not in the title race, it's possible to finish above Arsenal if we keep winning. Of course. And if City slip up, we have to be ready to pounce. But it's just when I look at our team, the lack of goals really concerns me. Yeah, because minus Rashford, we don't have goals. Mm-hmm. We don't. Whether it's Bruno, whether it's Anthony, whether it's Sancho, Garnacho, Weghorst, none. And then we don't even from midfield. There's not really goals, and it's not like we have a centre back or a full back who's pitching in with goals. So yeah, like that's how I'm really looking at it. Let's see. Wiki says the real problem is that we've lost the momentum that we had earlier in the season. If we had it, I believe that we beat City in this game, but now the true test is how we make efforts to regain it. Yeah, man, it's hard when the pendulum shifts the other way, when the pendulum swings the other way. But now it's on Arteta and the players to regain that. Because that game against Villa that's a pressure game anyway. But because of the back of this result and the back of the Brentford result, this is not an even bigger game. Like everybody, like I wish I wasn't playing football to do a watch along for that. Because I'm interested in watching that. But it's a 12 kick, so I'll probably catch like I missed probably like the first 20 minutes, half an hour. But it's all pressure on Arsenal. So everyone who's like Arsenal going to win the league, they're quiet. That's one thing as well. Not even Arsenal fans, rival fans who were talking like the title was done. And I kept saying there's no way this title race is over. Yeah, Ryan's a prime, not just him won, but yes. Because had Arsenal won today, be like, see, I told you, Arsenal going to win the league, blah, blah, blah. But people love getting excited, you know what I'm saying? And it's over half a season. Zinchenko, Martinelli, Nketiah, Xhaka, Tomiyasu, Walpole, Jorginho was our best player. We need to start Tierney and Trossard against Villa on Saturday. I think that's fair. I do believe that's fair. Bro, I'll rep Arsenal and take my lashes tonight. I've never I've never fully been convinced of our credentials for the title personally, but we have to build on this regardless if we don't win the title. And yeah, that's the way you should look at it, to be honest. I hear you, Wiki. I hear you. Edu needs to go. We should have got Mudryk and Felix. Thomason, are you really a Mudryk away from being successful? Do you really? All right, we'll go to Victor on that. Victor, do you think Mudryk? You've seen him a couple times. Does he help Arsenal that much?
It's quite hard to say.
Okay.
I would say it probably would give something different to the way they play, but I'm not sure if only Mudryk. Yeah, maybe Mudryk and Felix would have been a better option than what they have now. But Mudryk still needs time to adapt. He's struggling right now, but also because he's not getting enough support. But he might do better for Arsenal. I don't know. I don't know what Arteta's plans were for him, but honestly, it's honestly hard to tell. Maybe he might do better for them, maybe do better for us, but they probably do need someone like Mudryk because Trossard is not a traditional winger and he's playing him on a wing, on left wing. So they might need a Mudryk, but Mudryk is probably not experienced enough for them to challenge for a title, so it might be in there for next season. I don't know, man. It's quite hard to. It's quite hard to judge him. I'm not going to judge him yet on 3 games. He's never completed 90 minutes yet, but
that's fair.
I'll just wait probably for a few months later to see how he adapts. But it's quite hard to judge him because Felix came in and hit the ground straight away, and then Mudryk hasn't. So I guess maybe the patience for him will be little compared to Felix. But yeah, that's what it is.
And there's over 45 of you lot locked in. We're only at 25 likes. Let's get to 5 more likes, man. Let's go to 30 likes. You lot slacking. Like check 1212. I'm only looking for 1 new subscriber as well. Get us to 5,270. 1 new sub. I know there's at least 1 person who is locked in right now who hasn't hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. And then I will stop interrupting the conversation. Big up to Khalid. Don't forget, members take priority like a super chat as well. So get your questions here. That's particularly members. Potter at Brighton, first season 15th, second season 16th, third season 9th, and this season top 5. He needs time. What do you mean, Potter at Brighton? I'm confused there, Khalid, at the last part. I'm not, but basically what you're saying is Potter needs time. What's your thoughts on this, Victor? You're the only Chelsea resident here.
The time at Brighton is different from the time at Chelsea. Like, you can afford to finish 15th or 16th and then 9th and then carry on. But if you spend this much money at Chelsea and then you're finishing positions like this, obviously your job will be under, scrutiny or under, like, you probably won't last that long. So just need to learn how to manage expectations. I'm not really looking at positions right now. I'm just looking at performances, and performances were playing well. We're playing well. I say well. We play well in spells. Like, we play well in the first half of every game, and then we start the second half, start playing iffy, and then when we're trailing the game, we start playing a lot better. And it probably is a mentality issue. I don't know. I don't know what's being said in the change room, because I'm not there, so I don't know. But as Chelsea fans, we can't accept 15th or 16th or then 9th.
No facts,
in 3 seasons. That's impossible. We just won the Champions League 3 seasons ago. Do you think this fan base is really going to accept us finishing 15th or 16th and then 9th, and then still expecting us to sing Graham Potter's name? That's impossible.
Are you right?
It just needs to start winning games and start showing good performances for him to probably win the fan base over, because it's quite hard for him. He's also not helping himself by selections and stuff. And the way he talks in press conferences, he's not helping himself. But obviously, something that he has to learn down the way, and he has to learn the hard way sometimes. So,
absolutely, no, I get exactly what you're saying there in regards to Potter. The expectation is much different at Chelsea, where now there's an expectancy to win, whereas Brighton, you don't have that. Emma says if we finish above Arsenal, then that is all on Arteta. All on Arteta. When she's talking about United, yeah, of course he would. Elvis says we fucking love it. I don't know what he's talking about there, but he said it's happened again, so he's talking about Arsenal. Look, I'm not going to say sack Edu, but my thing is he has to do better and secure these deals faster. Maybe he's hindered by budget or board pressure, and we can't tell. Maybe. Mudryk would have needed far more time than Trossard to adapt. Trossard has already made a massive impact and is already on course to start over Martinelli. That's why I don't get the Mudryk one, because Trossard has done fine for you lot. Felix, obviously, that would have been a big plus for you lot. Massive bonus. I think, but for whatever reason, you lot didn't get him. But then I could say that about my club as well, in regards to if United's out, João Felix, how much of a boost that gives us. Emma says this season is not Potter's work though, it's De Zerbi's. He got them scoring. Fez. Nick says Chelsea is the wrong club for Potter. Too big a job for him. It could be. We're gonna find out. I think he still should have took a job. I think the jump from Brighton to Chelsea is too big. He should have took a job in the middle at Spurs, at Ajax. And when I say those clubs where there's some form of pressure and expectancy to win, whereas Brighton, it's not. You can draw 3-4 games in a row and no one's really going to bat an eyelid. You can't do that at Chelsea. You can't do that at Manchester United. You can't do that at City. You can't do that at Liverpool. You can go and do that at Newcastle. You can do that at Brighton. Well, you couldn't do that. We just seen it with Ajax. Like, they sacked their manager after Ten Hag. Wiki goes on to say, I'm going to be honest, I originally thought Potter should get time, but he doesn't have the personality or the CV to manage a club like Chelsea. He can't even chat to the bums like Havertz. He don't have the CV, no personality. I'm waiting to see. I think people put too much stock in that. That's what I would say. I think people do put too much stock in that.
Yeah, I'm more invested in what's on the pitch, not his press conferences. Like, no one really, until Tuchel, no one really gave a shit about Chelsea press conferences, only because of Tuchel and the way he speaks. Yeah, Tuchel speaks with a lot of confidence because he's experienced in the game and he knows what to say. But like, I don't know why Chelsea fans are like all obsessed with press conferences. Or press conferences are beyond an end of judge a man. That's so stupid. Like, watch the game and watch the game and watch his tactic and watch what he's trying to implement to the team before you judge.
Well, Thomason's not having it. He says Potter is clueless, to be honest. If Chelsea don't buck up their ideas, he will be gone. If Roman was still at Chelsea, Potter will be sacked. Potter is lucky Roman is not the Chelsea owner anymore. I think it'd be foolish to sack him right now because it's like Emma said, it's not his work. This ain't his team. He's not had a preseason. Is it looking good currently? No. But if you sack him, who do you then go and get? At Chelsea, a manager away from doing anything of note this season. Me personally, I don't think they are. That's just me though.
And Roman will never sign Potter in the first place because Roman never does a project. Like the first time he did it, he failed. So we would have just gone for like a winning now manager, anyways. So your point is invalid, unfortunately.
Nick says, "What do you mean if we finish above Arsenal? We are going to finish above Arsenal." I don't really put too much stock in that. Unless Manchester United are finishing top of the league, I don't really care. I'm not going to really put too much thought into finishing second or third. What I'm putting thought into trophies. We play a Carabao Cup final at the end of this month. We have Barcelona technically today now on a two-legged tie in Europa League. We play West Ham March the 1st. They're the 4 games I'm looking at. They're the 3 competitions I'm looking at. Premier League is all well and good, and if we keep winning and if Arsenal continue to stutter and City drop points, then we have to be there, but I just don't see us having enough. Yeah, I hear this, Emma. Felix might be good, but that loan price is bad business. I hear that. Under Tuchel, Chelsea struggled to score goals even though they were solid defensively. The same is happening under Potter. Yeah, but they've scored even less goals under Potter than they did Tuchel.
Yeah,
I think I've seen a stat saying, I think they said on BT, the last time Chelsea scored more than 1 goal in a game was like November or something crazy like that, or December or something.
One goal. It was in January. Let's start.
In January, yeah, in January, something crazy like that. It was a crazy stat. It might have been away from home. Well, it was a crazy stat.
I don't even know.
Yeah, something like that. They said something along them lines.
Just scored more than 1 goal or more than 2?
It might have been more than 2.
Yeah, it was more than 2. Yeah, that was like a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's not the way. With all the amount of money Chelsea spend and the amount of attackers they have, you shouldn't be doing that. Something's gone wrong. What I mean by personality is that top elite managers are usually bastards or hide it very well. Potter just looks like a nice guy, which doesn't get you anywhere at the top level. I see it to an extent, but I wouldn't. Maybe, but like I said, it depends on. It's all about performances on the pitch. I don't think if he was all of a sudden mean, like you want him to be more, probably a little bit more grittier. You know what I'm saying, and a little bit more, have more of the dog in him, but. That's being said, I love how Ten Hag talks, but I never sit down and watch a manager's press conference. Never. I will never sit down and watch a Ten Hag press conference, Oli, Mourinho, Van Gaal. Nah, like I don't really have an interest in it. I don't like, if you like ask me about certain things and I'll comment. And there'll be certain things Ten Hag says that I like, but I don't really put too much stock and too much thought in it. But yeah, there's over 50 of you lot locked in, which is big. And we have gone over 30 likes. Let's get up to 40 likes, you lot. We're 7 short. Let's get up to 40 likes. Have we even hit any subscribers yet? Let's see if we got any new subs. Because I know some of you lot are new. I know this for an absolute fact that some of you lot are new. And continue to get your questions in. It don't have to be on Par. It don't have to be on Chelsea. It may be on Manchester United. It may be on another Premier League side. It may be on City. It may be on Pep. Yeah, and hit the subscribe button because we're still at 5,269. What is going on? Hit that subscribe button. I wanted to get to something as well because someone made a point. Let me see. Where is it? Let's see. Kemar says Chelsea ain't as bad as people are making them. Chelsea aren't as bad as people are making them out to be. Thoughts on that? What are you telling me, Victor?
I guess so. I guess I understand what you're trying to say. That we're not as bad as people probably think we are because we're 10th. But I guess it's just because we're not scoring goals and there's too many draws, and then everyone above us is winning. But there were some points in the season when we're really bad. Like there's some points in the season where I watched this team. I was just in awe of what was going on. City away in that FA Cup game, and we got absolutely destroyed 4-0. This is a perfect example of that game. Arsenal at home when we just got beat. We just got popped out of the park for the whole 90 minutes, for the whole game. Yeah, there were points in the season where we're really bad, but we're not like I get what you're saying. We're not that bad right now. Maybe because we have better players. I don't know, but.
See, the thing with Chelsea,
yeah,
I don't know what to make of it because
it's quite hard to read. Honestly,
to their credit, they played much better today. Much better. They had good chances, but the thing is, they still lost. So I don't know whether that's just like maybe he just doesn't got it, or maybe he's like really unlucky, and fans got to stick by him. But people talk about a process. There has to be short-term results to justify a process. If you don't get any results and shit goes like this, I don't know if the Chelsea fans are going to stick by him. You already see how many Potter outs there are, and he hasn't even been there for more than 6 months. So imagine this continues to the rest of the season, how many more there will be. People went from Potter in, and then some of them went to Potter out, and some of them went to I'm on the edge. So they're like the Klopp outers, A lot of people are Klopp out, but most of them are probably Klopp out, but just won't say it.
Look at this. This is mad funny. Zelziachi, you called him, and that useless giraffe. Big up, love Lewis. I hope you're enjoying Dortmund, man. I'm guessing you're wave right now if you weren't wave before, but big up to my G Lewis. Go subscribe to his channel. Links underneath in the description. Go on, carry him.
That's just it. Like, it's so hard because, they were better today, but they still lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that says something. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. It's just very tricky.
Yeah. Here's what I said. Go on. You go, Victor. No, it's your team. You go. Go on.
We just don't score enough goals. Like, we should have put the chances we missed we should have put that game to bed. The chances of Felix, even though Felix has been our best player so far this season, he should have scored a few of those chances that he missed.
Agreed.
Yeah, and Havertz should have scored. Havertz should have scored up, stepped up and played better. Ziyech was just spamming the ball into no man's land. He just gets the ball stopping and trying to spam it. Who else? Mudryk is obviously trying to, he's not really fully adapted yet to the team. And then when Mount came on, we were automatically worse. It's just that the team, it feels like the team is almost there, but it's not there, if that makes any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. I get exactly what you're saying, because that's my thoughts on your team, but carry on.
Yeah, it feels like we just need to add in and take out just a few little cogs in the team. And then
but the thing is, no manager ever has everything ready. Like, you don't have every single thing that you need, but you still got to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like Ten Hag, he doesn't have everything he needs. He has way more resources than him. You look at Arteta with Arsenal. He doesn't have everything he needs. Like,
yeah, but
no team is going to have every single, piece perfect. So, like, not getting results with the things you have and with the resources you have is unacceptable, especially at a club like Chelsea.
I think you guys have at least one world class player in your team. Or
So do you.
at least one class attacker. Who's our world class attacker? That's like as clinical as like
you
a
said
Rashford.
player. You said player.
Okay,
Yeah,
a player.
I get the point that Victor's making because that was going to be my point. I agree with you, Tal. It's a mix
Arsenal
of
don't
both.
have a world class attacker.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
I would say no, not world class, but they have at least. If you don't have world class, you need at least top class, and you need a mixture.
They have Felix.
Add in their system as well. Add in their system.
They
add
have
in their
Felix.
system as well. They do have Felix. Who else?
Felix. They just bought Mudryk for 100 million.
It's
not world class.
We're not putting Modric in. We're not putting Modric in. Modric in world class or top class. He's not even played 30 competitive matches. No,
They had Raheem Sterling.
who you don't rate.
No, I'll just get on to him because he played for Ops, but
No, you don't rate him, fam. Don't do that. You don't rate him. You know what I'm saying?
Sterling's one of the Premier League legends. Don't do that.
Rate him. Don't do that. You the one who's always
It's just
criticizing
banter.
this guy.
It's banter.
This is your agenda's coming to. Don't do that. So we're not even hearing Sterling from you. You won't have Sterling at Manchester United.
Sterling at United.
Yeah.
All right, because we don't need him in the area.
You won't have Sterling. It's okay. But go on, carry on. Don't rate their attackers, fam. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
They just got Felix. They got Madueke. They got all these players.
Don't do that.
Madueke
is not top. Madueke is not top class or world class yet. How many games has he played? So Madueke is a top class player.
Who's top class at United? Only Rashford. That's it, right?
Yes, and this is exactly why we won't. What's it called? We won't win the league. The difference is the difference is Brighton ain't winning the league. You're missing the point. The reason why Chelsea can't get it's a mix. Potter good? No. Well, number one, Potter's not been good enough so far. Number two, they don't have the system in place that they do. Number three, their players are just not that good.
Hey, okay. Answer this,
not
right?
Good. Go on.
Brighton, you said Brighton. I said Brighton or not. Who's Brighton's top class player? You said no one. Then you said Brighton aren't going for the league. So aren't Chelsea. They're not getting any results.
You're missing my point. Chelsea's aim is to do that. Is the point I'm making.
Yeah, aim. Forget aim. We're just talking about winning games here because that's what I'm not talking about winning the league. I said getting results, right? Because if you want to get a process, you need short-term results for that.
Hey, Cams, tell your guy Neymar to have a. This guy always trying to get on Sancho and you're a Neymar stand. Tell Neymar to have a meaningful performance in a big game. You know what I'm saying the irony. Neymar stands and Havertz stands getting onto Sancho, Tell your world-class guy in it to stop crying because he got knocked out by Croatia. Let's cut this shit. Well, back to what we were saying anyway, with Chelsea, that they have no system as well on top of that. They have no system.
But is that the
people are
player's
forgetting
fault?
that. No, that's on the manager. That's on the manager. And that's where I criticize Graham Potter. But my point is, if they had Ten Hag in charge, I think they'd be doing better, but I don't think they're doing much better. They won't be 10th. They might be 6th or 7th. I don't think if you put Ten Hag in charge of them, all of a sudden Chelsea are where United are at.
I mean, I'm not going to do that situation because I don't know.
Okay, so let's do it then. So Ten Hag currently he gets hired when Potter gets hired. Where are Chelsea in the league?
They'd definitely be higher than 10. I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
7th. Yeah,
this is my point. So it still won't be good enough. So
bro,
that's
no.
That's the
it's
problem
not even about that, bro. See, my point.
That's what it's about. Is what I'm saying. No, that's the point I'm making in terms of
I guess then we're making two different points.
But we're saying even with a better manager, they're still 6th and 7th. Is the point I'm making. Their attackers are not that good. I'm not talking about the new guys because they've just got here. So I'm not talking your Mudryks. I'm not talking Madueke. João Felix we know is a class act. Who else is there? Sterling's quality, yes.
I'm not even saying all that.
So what are you talking about?
My point was, with Potter, it's going to be a process, right? You and I both agree. My point was to get a long-term process, you need short-term results.
I agree.
He's not getting that. That's my whole point. I'm not fuck winning the league, all that. I'm talking, bro, just to get a win at West Ham. Do you need all these top-class players? No.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. That's my only point.
But the point I'm making is the short term. He still needs. I'd still give him to the end of the season.
100%. I'm not disagreeing with you. But that's why I said it's so tricky. I don't like. I don't know what to think of it, because it's like just like I said, they're getting better performances, but they're still not like getting results. You know what I'm saying? Like even against West Ham, you should winning that game. West Ham were like at one point fighting relegation. David Moyes was under the cosh, as you know, possibly getting sacked.
Mhm.
And you should be winning that game. And I'm like, do you need all these top class players just to get a win there? Because they even performed better as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so tricky. It's such a tricky situation.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's one of them. Like I said, I just don't rate the players they have. That's what I'm saying. I rate some of the players, but I'm saying,
do you rate them enough to get a result against West Ham? That's my question.
Yeah,
Are
the
they
team
good
they should
enough to
have.
get a win? To get the team they
It's
put
too.
out, right?
It's too. The team because in the offensive, there's too many unknowns. So I don't know. I can't say so. I can't tell you about
against
Modric,
West Ham United.
No. Again, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I do not know because I don't know enough about a Modric. I don't know enough about a Mediocre. One thing I do know is Havertz and Mount and them players and Gallagher aren't. No, they're not good enough. No, they should be playing for West Ham. They're not good enough. So that I can guarantee you, the players I can assess because they've made so many new signings, I can't assess them properly. In terms of Modric, Madueke, who else did you not sign? Fofana, Chukwuemeka. Collectively, I'm not seeing all these men play 10 matches. So I think it's unfair to say so.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I will say is the Ziyech, Havertz, Mount, Gallagher, they're not good enough.
100%.
And then you have the problem they have is the better players are the players further back from goal. Your Thiago Silva's, Reece James, Badishile's look very good. Enzo. Obviously, they're looking at a goalkeeper. Like, that is the problem. Sterling's been injured. Yeah, it comes. Yeah, they're raw talents, and it's unfair of me to say. So I ain't even saying you're wrong. I'm saying it's the unknowns. And then you add in all them unknown players with a manager who we don't know his level. Because I don't know about Potter. Potter could fall off and it gets worse and he gets sacked. And then he goes back to a Brighton level team and does well. That might be his level. Very similar to Moyes. Ironically, that he got beat by Moyes. Because Moyes, West Ham is his level.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Drew. Yeah, West Ham is his level. Like, if you put him in charge of that team,
he fits in one of them as well.
Yes.
Like,
and
you
that
say
might
raw
be
talent,
mm-hmm.
raw talent, because one thing Cause said really stuck out to me. He's like, you want to build a process, right? But there is no blueprint of that with Potter. With Ten Hag, with all these other managers, there was a blueprint, because they did it at other clubs. With Brighton, he really did nothing. So that's one point that sticks out to me, and we just gotta wait and see what happens.
Wait, a blueprint in terms of what?
So getting to the top, competing at the highest level.
Like, do you mean a blueprint in terms of like there is the players are coming in and not good enough, or you can't see nothing on the pitch?
I'm saying that, like Ten Hag, he made it to Champions League semifinals. He won titles at the Eredivisie. Potter, and it's not his fault because he just got the job at Brighton and, he was progressing really well. There is no blueprint of him, like competing for league titles and whatever respective league he's in. And making it to the Champions League later rounds and blah, 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 because that's Chelsea's goals. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you're talking about in former clubs, no?
Yeah,
like
former clubs, basically.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
that's what Cause said, and I was like, yeah, that's true. To be fair,
Eddie says he doesn't fit the profile of a manager that should be at a top tier football club. I don't know if he can manage the egos of professionals making that much money. And these are all the unknowns. That's what it is with Potter. There's a lot of question marks, and not that his fault. It's because this is his first job at this level, and he's never been anywhere near this. That's why you have to look at who hired him. But then again, the conversations before Potter went there was he's one of the better managers outside of the top four, which at that point he was. But then again, that's people love to gas up managers and players outside of the top four. This is why you see Eddie Howe getting and Newcastle getting all the praise they do, which to the extent they deserve it because they played very well. But they've drew more than half their games. That's not good. Drawing all your games is not good, or drawing more than half, I should say. But they're defensively solid and they have good players. but the hype around him is crazy. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, and Potter has dropped like he has handled the egos. He dropped Aubameyang and Koulibaly when they started playing shit. He dropped Mount, which I never thought he would do. That's back-to-back games now. He's dropped Mount. So I guess you can tell he's warming up like to the squad a little bit, because a few days ago when we were asking for this player to get dropped, he was still playing them week in and week out. Like I think he should give him time to probably embed himself into the team properly, because he's probably walked in and thought, oh my god, like all these big players, like he's basically like a homeless man walking into like a mansion, like what the fuck, like this is all different to me. I don't know how to like move around here. But I think now he's got comfortable enough, and now that he's got the backing from the owner saying, listen, you're the guy, like whatever you say goes, he's starting to show it now a little bit more.
Huh? No, I hear exactly what you're saying with that. And yo, big up to you lot. There's over 60 of you lot locked in. We are at 45 likes. Yo, 5 more. Well, actually, 1 more. It just jumped up. Right, 1 more. Get us up to 50 likes, people. And hit the subscribe button, man. We still had no new subscribers. I know someone here is new. There's over 60 of you lot locked in. Hit the subscribe button. It is road to 6K. Khalid says, was Mourinho's last season worse than this season in terms of, you're talking about Chelsea? I would have no idea. That's a question for Victor, if you remember that. Mourinho's last season worse than this season. Okay,
100%.
Eddie's saying
16. You were 16 at some point.
Yeah, you were 16. Yeah, you were. Rashford in top class. What I will say about Rashford is he's in top class form. That's what I should say. He's in top class form. That's what I will say on that. Silva and Felix are world class. I put Silva in the world class bracket. Felix got to show it. Felix to me is a world class talent. Well, you've not had a world class season in 6 years, so I can't call you world class.
Even at Benfica, he wasn't world class.
I didn't watch him there, so I wouldn't even know that.
And see, Eddie, you say that, you contradict yourself.
And to Eddie, who says, hey, watch the Neymar disrespect. I didn't disrespect. I just made a point that he's done nothing significant since leaving Barcelona. But man like Cams will get on Sancho, but big up Neymar. I'm just saying, and man like C1, you know what I'm saying, will get on Sancho and be a Havertz and Chelsea. I'm like, yo, pot kettle black. Like, that's all I'm saying. Hey, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. That's why I don't. I disagree, Flawless. I think if Ten Hag has Chelsea with that spend, they're at least fourth. That system is king, bro. United don't score that much now, but you have clear patterns of play that leads to goal. What I would say is, let's say you're right here, Wiki, and it leads to fourth. Tuchel had Chelsea around that point, and the fans, there was Tuchel out, Tuchel in debates. Fourth ain't good enough for Chelsea. Their aim is to win the Premier League and win the Champions League. That's their aim. Fourth and third, they're good enough. My point is, they have a lot of unknown talent. And then the established talent they have there, I don't think is good enough, particularly in offensive areas. I wouldn't take any of their attackers, like any of the established ones, I should say. The other ones, I don't know. Big up to Marshall as well, with the raid as well. You know what I'm saying? Large up to Marshall. Appreciated with the raid, Marshall. Big up. But yeah, and then again, Ten Hag is a better manager than Paul. So therefore, there would be improvements. But yeah, man. Hey, definitely. Marshall, again, big up for the raid as well. Big up, man. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Big up them. Big up all the members. Eddie's a member as well. Hit them likes. Chat Mafia. Large up, man. Over 80 of you lot locked in right now. Big up. Big up. Paul says Chelsea have some favorable fixtures coming up, don't they, Flawless? That could prove a blessing for Potter to take the heat off. Do they have favorable fixtures? Who's your next few fixtures?
Southampton. I only know Southampton. Let me check. I don't even look at Chelsea fixtures anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what he said. Big up Jazz as well in the cut.
Oh, so we've got Southampton, Spurs, Leeds, and then Wolves. No, sorry. We've got Southampton, Spurs, Leeds, Dortmund at home, Leicester, Everton. Yeah, those are favorable draws.
That is favorable. So now he needs to stand up. So I get both sides. I get why somebody would be very critical of Power, and I understand why people would be like, give him time. I'm like, it's just so much unknowns. It's real unknowns. With him, did he ask for these players? There's so much unknown and what's going on and question marks around at Chelsea. Like, I don't know what's going on from the outside looking in. Did he sit down and go, yeah, go get me Fofana and Chukwuemeka? Did he say that? Probably. Go get me Mudryk. Did he say
we don't
these
know
things?
That.
Yeah, no, that's the question I'm asking. Yeah. Whereas with Ten Hag, when we get Weghorst, we believe, whether we're right or wrong, he wanted Weghorst. We believe he wants Sabitzer. We believe that he's bringing in those players. So then it's easier to then assess and judge him and the players. And Eddie's right, man. Subscribe. There's a show here for every Big 16. I promise you, this is a fact. Every Big 16. You got your Man them Uniteds, and then you got crossovers with every single show as well. Josh,
Hey.
big up Josh, man. I like Josh. He says Dortmund was a favorable fixture to be.
That's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah, fast.
Bro, you look at their fixtures since the World Cup. You would say they're favorable run of fixtures. So I'm not hearing favorable fixtures. I'm not even gonna lie. He said, "See, Scooby, look at what Scooby said. Those favorable fixtures are just more games for Potter to lose."
Honestly, if you lose Southampton,
really,
if you lose Southampton, man, honestly, that'll just be the end, man. I'll just completely give up on football.
Don't do
if
that.
You lose to Southampton, Peter would shut down this panel. Peter will shut down this shit. It'll be the end. No, like you guys will never see the end of it.
Yeah, I've still got F1 in it. Like, it's all cool, man. Hey, if you seen that Mercedes car this year, come on. Hey,
oh my god, sexy.
Looks sexy as hell, man. If we're doing an F1 show, I will be there.
We'll try and Paddleton, 100%. Hey, big up to Michael Carleone, who says, big up to chat in the panel, yo. 007 status is coming for Mudrick. It could. We'll see. Black Diamond says, the rival fans praying for our downfall tomorrow. Focus on your own business. That's how I know we're back. And we're not even back fully, but that's how I know. Like, people didn't really used to pray for our downfall because they knew we were just down and out. Like, when it was under Oli and that. And now you got people talking about, you're going to get smacked by Barca. You're going to lose the Carabao Cup final. You're going to lose the FA Cup. You're going to win nothing this season. I'm like, you invested again. I'm like, okay. I'm confident in that game now. I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Hey,
Kamal says, go on.
You're a great host. You run a great channel, and you do what mostly what your members ask, right? Any requests, like you try and get them. Since I'm a member of the channel, I'd like to make a request if you could get Ryan on, so he could talk about Liverpool. We're getting Qatar, so it's just a humble request.
Oh yeah, sure.
From an owner.
I'll message him. and see what he's saying.
Yeah, so I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
The fact that he's not messaged me, he's not said nothing. So yeah, I don't think he's probably crying somewhere about it because he was convinced. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for reminding me. Actually, he was convinced.
I need that. Even if you could hop on this Q&A right now or something, I just need Ryan Tears. If
you know what he's like, man. Yeah, I don't think he's active and about now, Surf, but because he's not even been in the chat and normally be in the chat talking rubbish. Surfer in the building, Jazz in the building. Yes, Surf, what are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. How's everyone else? All good?
Oh, bless, man. You already know. Just here
I had a
talking
great
Chelsea,
day.
Potter.
How about y'all?
Talking Arsenal, City, Manchester United flown in as well. People talking about Potter and stuff like that, and just both sides to it, innit? And just the amount of like, even when I'm talking about it on the show, like just the amount of unknowns surrounding your team, like from the outside looking in. Because like when we're discussing your players, I'm like, your new signings, I can't even rate them or not rate them. I don't know enough about them. I can't tell you if Mudrik's good or not. I'm saying I only heard of this guy when you lot signed him, like Chukwuemeka and Fofana and these. I don't know how good they are. I'm saying you gotta give them a chance to succeed or a chance to fail.
It's like, man. If you don't score a hat trick in your first game or do something, then
you're a scrub.
You're shit, basically. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I don't like your name either. That's why I'm glad your camera just fell. This guy, look at this guy's name, yo.
I'm sorry.
This guy's a dick.
What are you talking about?
What you mean? Look at your name underneath the name, yo. This guy said man of the people's, but this guy's such an idiot, This guy,
he didn't even spell off right, man.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
You know what? He was too busy laughing as he was typing it. That's why he spelled it wrong.
I was chuckling to myself.
This guy's a proper nub, Michael says you and Saeed the most humble and cool United fans respect. Hey, big up, man. Appreciate it.
You just call Saeed humble
every time.
Just call Saeed humble.
I think he's talking about run dance, but he's saying in general, innit?
Hey, Michael, you should be in a group chat with this guy. He's humble. Bloody hell, Jesus.
Hey, does he know?
Yeah.
Wait, you talking about me or Saeed?
You.
Hey, both.
Humble.
What do you
humble.
mean? Humble? What do you mean? Yo?
Humble. Jesus.
Yo.
I wish.
Flawless isn't humble, but compared to other United fans, he's humble.
I'm very humble.
Basically, Flores is the better the devil, you know what I mean?
I'm just defense first. I never attack first. I'm always defense first. I never.
You're the Egeron. You know what I mean? You're the You know what I mean? You're the guy. You're the one. You're the whispering in someone's ear. I'll tell you what someone said about you. Oh,
No,
do you want Jimmy said about your mum? That'd be you. That'd be you.
no, I just have to mediate on this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
To make sure it's fair. That's what it
You
is. That's all I
instigate,
do.
not mediate.
No, I
Man,
mean, when do I instigate?
Mediate,
You
yeah.
lot can never pull up a time when I instigate something. I just merely state what's going on for the people watching. As man of the people,
state
that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's why
I don't
man of the
need to.
people.
Just go
It's on
back
the
on
people's
every
profit.
single stream you're on. You just say a trigger word. You say a trigger word or something. You know what you're saying.
How do
You
I
know
know
what I'm saying?
yet that is someone? How do I know it's someone's trigger word? How?
Why is someone having to go at me?
This guy, yo. Says you look at your name, man. This guy, EJ, yo.
What?
And yeah, I'm the trigger. You try to trigger me with that. This is outrageous. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. Khalid says Dortmund drew with City and lost 2-1 in the group stage Champions League. You can't underestimate any team. I didn't know a lot about Dortmund. I didn't get a chance to watch the game. I don't know how well or how poorly they did play. But
Listen,
judging by go on.
Listen, I said it on the stream. If the game ended 2-2, it wouldn't have been a surprise to anyone. It's a very open game. It's very counter-attacking. I mean, how many times have you heard me say, I wish we could do counter-attacking? We did that. And then I'm seeing online people complaining that we counter-attack too much. I mean, we can't win, can you? You know what I mean? You either go, what do you want us to... Yeah, cheers for that in the background. Whatever you want us to do. You know? What do you want us to do? We're counter-attacking. We don't counter-attack. You complain about that. It's one of those things. Just come out and say... Stop hiding behind bullshit. Just say don't rate. If you don't rate the manager, fine. I respect you more if you come out and just say it straight away. And say no matter what he does, I'm always going to be Potter out. I'm absolutely fine with that. Then I don't have to hear from you arguing with you because there's no point. Come out and go like today. Oh man, I saw someone online. You know that little scuffle in the end of the end of the game. I saw someone say he should have gone in and done something. I mean,
hold up, wait. Who should have went in and done something?
Potter should have gone in and done something. It's like, what do you
what's Potter going to do?
Hit people with This isn't Stone Cold Steve Austin against the Alliance when he comes in and stuns everyone. What do you want him to go and do that? I don't understand.
You know where it came from? It comes from the whole Chelsea fans questioning his personality, isn't it?
Well, I hope
he ain't got that dog in him. That's
I hope
what
everyone was counting on the side. He did clap a lot more and he waved his arms a bit. So I hope everyone's pleased that they got that.
But can I say something real quick?
Go on, Jess.
Big up everyone. And Arsenal hold up. And as well. Who are you calling everyone pussy? You calling the fans? You calling this
guy, man? Oh, Jess, you're dickhead.
Hey, a gal, if you're watching, because I know sometimes you watch and you don't comment. You know this anyway. You're always welcome on Sarcasm City. So yeah, man, feel free to hit me up, DM me, or jump and join. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the chat, and I'll send you the link. Because like I said on Shameless a few weeks ago, you joined and you was like, "Yeah, Flawless, what you think?" And I said, "Still the same." And my thoughts are still the same on this. I've been consistent with this the entire time. That this title race is not over. Because I've seen so many of these ones, and they don't go to. It's not film.
Hey, they won the
the good guy's going to win it again.
Halfway title race, they won halfway.
Right, that's legit. Wiki says Liverpool are another one. Is anyone surprised at their massive fall from grace? We saw the first part to this when they lost all their centre backs that one season. Now it's continued and even worse. I'd be lying if I said I expected them to be ninth come this time.
Hey, how's Investment FC going? How's Investment FC going?
Oh yeah, they were getting taken. Hassan and Ryan were convinced. Yo, they're getting taken over. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I knew it was going to be a minority stake as well. I knew it.
Right. You honestly thought, Liverpool fans, 2 weeks after you announced you're up for sale and Man United were going up, Man United announced they're up for sale, you honestly thought you were going to get bought before them. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah, because they think they're bigger than us.
I do not care if you this season you raised more money or whatever it is, you're commercially bigger than them this summer for the first time in 40 years or something like that. You honestly think, given the brand and everything like that, that someone's going to pull up and buy Liverpool first before Manchester?
Bro, it's because they won a couple league titles, back when Queen Cleopatra was still alive, They still we have the most trophies.
It's not
like that's why, bro. They think they're the biggest cup because they have the most trophies.
Yeah, that's the
because they won back when Martin Luther King Jr. was still marching, bro. Yeah. Like, what are we talking about here?
Let's face it, man.
Get out of here.
If you're comparing cities as well, it's not even a contest between Manchester and Liverpool. It's Do you know what I mean? I know Liverpool have had that.
And I-
Remember when they were named European City of the Year or something?
Yeah, it was
you
a
know,
culture.
that
Yeah,
bullshit?
even though I do
Yeah.
like Liverpool, like I said,
I do
Anfield's
like
a
it. I do
dump,
like it.
but
There is-
Liverpool as a city is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shout out the
you know,
Scousers.
it's just, but the actual brand and everything like that, you're out of your mind if you think Liverpool were going to get sold. That was the worst thing to happen to Liverpool fans. That Man United said they're going to be sold like 2 weeks later. That was the worst thing. And now you saw them today. Matazo, you're in that space with Sam today, and they were going.
They were losing their shit.
Flawless. They were still trying to convince themselves that somehow with FSG, we're going to pay £150 million for Jude Bellingham. They were still trying to convince themselves that's definitely going to happen. 100%. It's okay. I heard some guy say, "Oh, we need to buy a superstar so we can sell the club even more." I was like going, that doesn't make any sense because you've already got Mo Salah, right? You've already got Mo Salah and stuff like that. So you're thinking Jude Bellingham's going to sell you the club more? What is going on? It's like, I think I always call Spurs fans the most deranged, but I'm going to have to split it off into northern and southern sections. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because historically...
Damn, Jazz, I wouldn't have that.
But historically, you're... not Spurs,
I was
not
listening. I was
Spurs,
listening to the guy thing again.
but Liverpool historically are a big club. But for me, the first 35 years, you are not a big club to me. Do you know what I mean? You're not a big club to me. You are.
Let's keep going 1 second.
You're just not. You're just not. Compared to like to Man United, you're not a big club and stuff like that. Even over the last 25, 30 years, Chelsea have won more trophies than you. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, you know what the funny thing is, Surfer?
Mad.
You know, since Klopp got here, you know, they always, the thing Liverpool fans say, we won it all. We won every single trophy since Klopp got here. You know, Chelsea have also won the same amount of trophies. And, you know,
And
the same thing.
We've been in a shit.
And this is their bad era.
Yeah, this is a rubbish.
And they
era.
won the same as you, if not
Right.
more.
Yeah, we've won it all. We've monetized it. That's what we've done. We've done it over that. That's the whole thing. It's like, I understand. Listen, you've been great over the past 5 years, but let's be real, man. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a Premier League title during COVID season when City had already won back-to-back titles, right? Let's face it, man. I even put an asterisk beside your European Cup win because it's against Spurs.
Of
You know what I
course,
mean?
it's against Tottenham. It doesn't count.
Yeah, so it's like, and then the FA Cup and League Cup, that's great. But you know, you bet. Well, I think we were better than you in both finals, but you won them. So stuff like that, and it's just, you know, yeah, you played some great football, but remember, you told us you had the best of everything. You had the best manager, you had the best goalkeeper, which probably is true. The goalkeeper, best defender of all time, best right back of all time, best left back of all time, best midfield of all time, best forward of all time. Remember the conversations of last year about putting Mo
best
Salah
front
in the
three
GOAT-
ever. Yep.
Best put Mo Salah in the GOAT debate for the Premier League. It's like, nah.
They thought that Mo Salah should be in the right wing position in the Premier League all-time list over Cristiano Ronaldo.
In the
And Eden Hazard.
Premier League, he's got
Cristiano
in the Premier League.
Mo Salah.
Is there a fair debate in the Premier League era that you could put Jamie Vardy on the same level as Mo Salah in terms of what they've achieved? Like, because Jamie Vardy's up there in the last 5 years in the goal scoring ranks, right? He's always up there. Do you know what I mean? It's like they try and always put Hazard next. They try and put Salah on Hazard's level, and that's fine. If you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's you know what it is. It's just the arrogance of them. I really don't like. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
You know,
It's like, for me,
you
for me
say
growing
Salah
up-
and Vardy.
Yeah.
I say Mahrez over Salah.
That's
I've
fine.
always
But
I
for
always
me,
said that.
Me growing up, I was lucky to miss the Liverpool dominated 80s. Right, I was lucky to miss that. So for me, they've always been. Man United's always been the.
You did,
always been
Klaus.
the. Man United was always
Yeah,
the
I didn't
number
see
one. Man United was the number one club growing up, right? It
Surprising.
just always happened. Liverpool. You know, 8th and 9th for me. Liverpool. That's where they were finishing, 8th and 9th. You know what I mean? That's where I've known them from. And then they had like a little resurgence here and there, finishing in the top 4, but didn't do anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you are now back where you, in my eyes, you're back where you belong in that 6 to 8 area. You know what I mean? You are back where you belong. This era where you won one Premier League, the era where you won one Premier League title. Yeah,
How's that an era, man?
that's what I mean. They
It's a
go.
blip, man.
The Klopp era is one Premier League title. Wow.
It is big up to Khaled as well. Says FSG and Levy/Enoch want a minority stake to inject some cash to compete with these super wealthy owners. Hey man, as long as Liverpool ain't getting taken over, hashtag FSG.
That was it.
I'm
That
all
was
for
it.
it.
If you read the price, the minority share in Liverpool, they didn't say percentage. It's probably like 45%. They wanted 2 billion. They wanted 2 billion for a minority share. 2 billion.
They're not gonna.
2
2
billion.
billion.
2 billion.
It's crazy. And the funny thing is here, the funny thing with Levy and Enoch as well is that they don't mind selling, but they're overpricing the people, so you can't. So they're not bidding high enough. Which is
But
the
you know what
crazy.
they're looking at, Jez? They're looking at, first of all, it's a mistake looking at Chelsea's sale. Okay, it's just a mistake. That is just extraordinary circumstances of the club selling. To stop looking at that,
100%.
right?
100%.
The whole sale of Spurs is based on the stadium and the surrounding areas. All right.
Yeah,
They bought loads of land and property to develop and stuff like that. That's what they're selling. They're not selling
They're
on
building
anything
hotels
else.
as well. They're building
Yeah.
hotels. They're building mini golf carts and everything.
They're being an NFL training center, the women's
Exactly
stadium.
to up the volume of the club, not on the because being truly like Tottenham really shouldn't be more worth than below 4 billion, to be honest. Like, so the owners that actually put the money in to bid, actually they should have actually bought them, but all the extra stuff that they have bought, it's just up in the value, and they just keep continuing until they get. And the thing is, these guys are greedy busters. They only bought the club for 500k. They're making one of the biggest profits of all time. It's crazy.
Bro,
The reason they won't
profit. Glazers bought the club on debt.
The reason I heard one of the reasons they won't sell fully is because even if they were to sell, they want to keep the stadium and lease it out, so they still make money from the stadium.
Yeah,
right?
because the thing, Levy wants to still be a part of the
that's
club
what I
as
mean.
well. That's another.
Exactly. He's about. I think he's approaching where he is just about a billionaire himself, right?
Yeah.
Out of everything, right? But they want to lease it because obviously it's not just football or NFL. It's concerts, it's boxing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been listening to loads of Spurs channels recently, and
Yeah.
they said that even one of them said that when the Joshua fight was there, if you didn't see the big cockerel, like you know what Spurs is, you wouldn't know it was Spurs' stadium. They don't have anything on the seats that say "Come on, you Spurs."
Yeah, nothing. And
But,
even
and
you know how stadiums have like quotes from like legends, or like you see legends on the wall. They all removed them from the Tottenham ones that had in the new stadium. Like, trust me, this stadium is not for football. This is it's for entertainment. Money.
Dude,
like,
if Wembley wasn't there, and you didn't know, they would legitimately say that is the national. They put that as a national stadium or something like that. They won't.
100%.
You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know it's a Tottenham stadium whatsoever. You ask Lewis and the only reason you know it's Tottenham is because Tottenham fans are around it. It's the only way you know it's a Tottenham
and you
stadium.
have the big ass cockerel up there.
Yeah,
like.
just the big golden one like that, right? But if you took that down, you would not. You would just think it was just an event stadium, like the O2 Arena.
Like Arsenal, you can see it. You can see it with Chelsea. You can Chelsea. You see OT when you see OT.
Arsenal, they got a big fucking sign that says Arsenal out there. They've got,
This is the issue that we have. We are not a footballing club. I always try to tell people we are based on profits only. We don't based on trying to win trophies.
Did you see
Yeah, Cam. Yeah, I got you. I did send it. I'm gonna
here we
again.
go.
Hey, before we continue, you lot, there's over 80 of you lot locked in, just under 90. Let's get up to 70 likes. We have got the 1 new subscriber. We're looking for 5 new subscribers. 4 more actually. We're at 5,271. Looking for 4 new subscribers. I know some of you lot who have joined. What's it called? I know. Say that again, Jess. What you say?
I was just replying to Danny. Still, because this is what somebody used to tell me, but my bad, Danny. Yeah, thank you for correcting me though.
But you lot are looking for 4 new subs. I know some of you lot haven't subscribed, so hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. Come, I'm going to send you the link now and continue to bump up the likes as well. Up to 70 likes.
Yeah, it's in the group chat, isn't it?
Before,
I think you just didn't see it because obviously.
Before we move on,
he's furious. He can't concentrate. He's furious.
I know the feeling from like.
You got directly send it to him.
Before we move on and go to the Arsenal stuff, because that's what the rest of the Q&A is going to be. For the people asking in the chat, basically a report came out today that the Qatari investors that are also interested in United were offered a minority stake for $2 billion, and they did not want that, and they thought it was a joke, and then they moved on from that, and then they're interested in doing the full sale for United, and that is what the Glazers are looking for, a full sale. So all you people saying, "Oh, share price has gone up," no, they're selling it off. So no, I'm just I hope that clears everything up.
Yeah, and to it as well, because man, I'm mentioning it before, because like I said, continue to get your questions in, people, because I will start in members or if you super chat. So if you are a member of the channel and you want to talk up, if you want your question answered, I will start it, even if it's 20 minutes after you've asked it or 10 minutes after. So yeah, get your questions in, and of course, if you super chat, I will get straight to it as well. I will do those. I will do those things.
I've got to go because I've got like uni.
No stress, Victor.
Morning, so,
yeah, man, love every time. Yeah, big up Victor. Yeah,
big
up Victor. Every time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, but
One G leaves, you know what I'm saying? Another G enters. Cam in the building now. Yes, Cam. What are you saying, man?
My fucking days, blood. What is wrong with this fucking team and this club? I'm fucking done. What is it with this club and February, bruv? This fucking club and February, I have PTSD over this shit, bruv.
Maybe Valentine's Day.
But fuck all that bullshit of Valentine's Day, yeah? It's February, bruv.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, fam. Do you know how many times I've said February tonight?
A lot of times.
A lot, definitely.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you right now, yeah. Before I actually go into my rant, yeah, I just need to get this February shit off my chest because I swear to God, yeah. February, I fucking hate February. I swear to God. I'm renaming February fuck up February, fam. Because that is it for Arsenal, fam. That is February to Arsenal is the equivalent to Spursy, fam. That is what it is, fam. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna wake my kids up, but oh my fucking days, this fucking club in February, bro. I'm done, bro. I don't know what it is. From 2006, every year in fucking February, bro, we always fucking capitulate. All the fucking time, bro. It doesn't fucking change. People are telling me, oh, yeah, you're bounced back. Bro, I'm telling you right now, fam, it's fucking February. Don't think Arsenal are ever going to succeed in fucking February, bro. I don't know what it is. It's been a bane on our fucking club from 2006. I don't know what it is, bro.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just, I don't know, fam. In terms of you.
Oh my god, bro. It's just a fucking, oh my god.
Yes. Hey, man. Big up Alhambra, who's back before you continue. This guy was on doing the most and he was big, man. He says that, and Cam, we'll get back to it. I know you got more to get off your chest. The floor is yours. And don't forget, people, going to talk from the Arsenal Man United podcast tomorrow, midnight. Me and Cam talking all things Arsenal, Manchester United. As predicted, Graham Pulis delivers a 1-0 loss. How our Sideshow and Mason Quota mount the correct subs. Arsenal fans hold that January champions. So Alhambra, I'm guessing you put it more on, and I wish when Surf is back, I'm going to ask him Alhambra because he'll be he's the only Chelsea guy on there. Oh, there he is. Do you blame Graham Potter? He has me calling him Graham Pulis. Do you blame Graham Potter the most for this 1-0 loss? Or do you look at what?
Using Graham Pulis, you obviously never watched a Tony Pulis match in your life if you think Graham Potter's Graham.
I couldn't even enjoy tonight's Chelsea.
Jesus Christ. No, I don't blame him for tonight at all. And if you look at our subs bench, flawless, early in the season when I looked at your team's subs bench, and I was like, dude, we had 2 goalkeepers on there and about 4 defenders, yeah? Chukwuemeka and Mason Mount with no legitimate attacking players on the bench that could have done anything today. You can't blame Potter today. It's all about the finishing, yeah. And I don't like blaming officials either, but that was a Stonewall penalty in the second half. We should have got on Havertz.
One on Havertz.
Yeah,
okay.
Stonewall, and the fact that they didn't even—I don't even know if they checked it. I couldn't hear the commentary, but the fact that
They didn't.
they didn't even check it, it's just ridiculous. But it was our fault. We didn't finish. Yeah, and like I said earlier, it was a very open game. If you told me it would finish 3-2 either side or 2-2, then I'd agree with you. But to say to put Pulis anywhere near Graham Potter, man, you were lucky never to witness a Tony Pulis disaster class, as I used to call it, man. Do not even get me started on Tony Pulis if you think they're the same.
I can't read these comments.
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Let Cam go. I know he wants to.
Yeah. Keep going, man.
Before you go, one sec. Yeah, we will do it.
No, I do. No, I want you to finish. I want you to finish.
Do you blame him for the subs? Do you think he should have put on someone else apart from Mason Mount? And
Who? If you look at,
Sideshow?
is anyone?
No, I'm asking.
Hang on. Let me just bring. Just bear with me a second. Let me just bring up the suspense. Yeah, I want to do this, right?
Oh yeah. That's
I
cool.
want to do this. The only thing I can say is maybe should have brought on Chilwell earlier because he looked like he was tired and maybe he's got an injury and something like that. But hang on, let me just bring it up right now. So, let me see our pictures. There we go. Shut up, cat. So here is the. So maybe he could have bought on. Sorry, I do that. He had Kovacic and Zakaria on the bench as well. But if they're looking to change the game, how much are they going to do? Do you know what I mean? So
I get
okay.
I'm just asking it because I didn't know what you meant.
I thought you should have maybe bought on one of them. Maybe but that was it.
Okay.
So Kovacic, goalie Bettinelli, Trevor Chalobah, Mason Mount. Who the only thing the impacted he did was get a yellow card, so he misses the second leg. Dennis Zakaria, Conor Gallagher, Aspilicueta, Chukwuemeka, Kukureya, Wesley Fofana, not the striker. People got confused and thought it was the striker Fofana.
He's not registered.
Another goalkeeper and Lewis Hall. I mean, look, if you listen to that suspense, who's going to come on and do
the game
something?
changer?
Do you know what I mean? Who's this game changer? I'm not talking about having like Pulisic or Sterling on or something like that can come on and do something. But fine. You want listen. Like I said earlier, people missed it. For some people, and I understand it. This guy's not for them. He could do everything, and they're still going to be Potter out, and that's fine. That's your. So I'm not
because you said here, no, I can't. He said no with another super chat. No, I can't blame Potter. If you have to bring Mason on, take James Charles off and put Felix as the false nine with Mason Quarter behind him. What are you saying? He's saying.
Okay, what would you? Let me just. What would you do then, now, Hambro? What would you do? What would you? That's what I want to know. It's good saying you can't blame him, but what would you have done with those subs?
That's a fair question.
What would you have done? I'd love to. I'd love to hear what you would have done.
No,
that's all. Give the subs.
But really said, wait, Chelsea. That's how you know, this Arsenal L took over the whole fucking timeline,
Absolutely.
Because even man said in the chat, wait, what? Chelsea lost.
Yeah, exactly. No one's watching the Chelsea.
Chelsea fans, listen. I'm telling you, I know you're upset with your performance, but I'm telling you right now,
the performance was good. It's just the result.
Or whatever happened. I don't know what. Listen, like I said, I don't know when it. I don't fucking know when it. I'm so lost in my mind with this team, bro. My team, and like I said, do you know what? Sorry, let me let you finish.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I always do this, and then let me. Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm just getting through the members in it. That's all. The meltdown has begun. We all fell for it. That's from Khalid. Who says, did we all fall for it? I don't know about all that. Also, as well.
This is the thing. This is why I wanted to respond to the chats, because I feel like these lot are confused with my meltdown to a normal Arsenal meltdown. My meltdown is completely different to the actual Arsenal meltdown. I've got a bone to pick with these Arsenal fans as well. Oh my God! Sorry. I don't know. I'm just listen. There's too many, but listen. Let me mute myself because I keep butting in. Sorry, Flores.
No.
Just
we'll get to it.
Just go back. Like I say, Alhambra, man. Thanks for your super chats, but
appreciate it.
I really want to know what you. I appreciate.
Yeah.
I really want to know what.
I want to know what you would have done. I want to know
all.
what changes he would have made.
Yeah, I would have known. Given those suspension, what you. I can only think of maybe change formation, put 3 in midfield, put Zachary and Kovacic on for 30 minutes. Maybe that's it. That could have been a game. I don't think of that as a game changer. Do you know what I mean? There was no attacking talent on that bench that for me would have made any difference whatsoever. We should have taken our chances.
Yeah, Felix
before
missed
that.
them two chances. Felix missed were bad.
Yeah,
you should score
No,
them.
exactly.
You should score them. From a Liverpool fan, this is to Cam. From a Liverpool fan, City never give up. They will fight to the end of the season. Whenever we play them, I never feel confident for the 90 minutes. But yeah, go on, Cam. While we wait for Alhambra and others Alhambra to respond and others to get their questions in. I don't even know if you're there. Go on, Cam. Carry on, say what you were saying. I know you got more.
My meltdown is in a sense where I'm not coming from just tonight's game or the previous games. I'm coming from fucking 2006, bro. So when I'm saying my meltdown, right, there's something like, if you actually go back in history, yeah, they would and Flawless, I said it in August, bro. I fucking said this in August. I said, listen, it's all well and good, but I need to get through February. And that was the specific month I said as well. Yeah. And I swear to God, I can name a list of things of why the last games have been so shit for us, and I will. But my meltdown is coming from a sense where it's not about the games. It's not about just tonight's game. It's not about the last previous games. This shit is a fucking continuous shit in a cycle. It's a do you know what it is? Yeah, everyone is not surprised anymore. It's not a surprise anymore because everyone's used to it. But I still get these Arsenal fans trying to tell me, oh no, things have changed. Oh my God, don't ever tell me this again, bro. Because even with this new Arteta squad, it still seems like we're going down the same fucking path. Now, I'm not blaming Arteta. Because you know me, I did say, a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to back him. Because of what he's done, with this squad so far, he's proven me wrong. So I won't blame Arteta. I won't be the flip-flop, oh, it's the fuck Arteta. No, I won't be on that. To be honest with you, the one person I do blame, and I'm not blaming him for the actual games, but I blame him, is Edu. Edu and Richard Garlick and these fuckers in the back room, yeah, that are in charge of our transfers, I blame them the most. Because I said it, if we don't have a good transfer window, our players are going to get fatigued. And we're starting to see it. Martinelli can't do shit anymore, bro. Can't even skill up a player anymore. Most of our players are fatigued, and we don't have the right bench, squad depth, whatever you want to say, to bring on the necessary player to replace them. You can only really say Trossard right now. And how do we know? Look, I'm not going to get onto Trossard because he's only been at the club a couple of weeks. But how do we not know, come in the next 2-3 weeks, he just goes missing in all the games he comes in? We don't know what's going to happen with that. But I won't get onto him because that's just all if and buts or maybes, isn't it? Yeah. But at the end of the day, when it hits February, and especially with this squad here, yeah, I said we need depth. I said it from the start of the season.
You did say that.
Our squad, our first 11, don't get me wrong, it bangs. It fucking bangs. And we saw why it banged throughout the past, literally 21 games now, 22 games.
Yeah.
But now it's getting to the point where not every fucking player can play in, week out, at the age they are. And do you know what it is? What pisses me off the most of the Arsenal fans? Oh, it's the youngest squad. Right. All right, well, Arteta went down that route. Arsenal went down that route. No one fucking put a gun to their head and said, oh, you have to go the youth route. They went down that route. The youths know what they were signing up to, bruv. Let's be real. They knew what they were signing up to. No one expected.
Yeah, go for it. Carry on. No. Go on.
Like I said, at the start of the season, no one expected Arsenal to be where they are, and I get that. Yeah. And they have massively overachieved on that sense. But I said it, bro. February. I kept saying it in my mind as well. February. And when it hits February, just like every previous squad, there's this dip. And it's not just a little dip. It's this massive dip where it actually affects our whole season.
I hear that. Let me get to this before you continue. Hold that thought. So Alhambra says, again, big up for the super chat, says, switch to a 3 in midfield, Zakaria and Kovacic on, take Havertz off, push Enzo forward, put Felix as a false 9, sideshow if Chilwell is leggy. So he's talking about Cucurella when he says, so Cucurella if Chilwell's leggy. So switch to a 3 in the midfield. Yeah, go on, Seth. I'll let you respond. Again, big up for the super chat.
That could have been it as well, but we still had chances even after they scored. So it's like, you know, we had one cleared off the line, you know, stuff like that. So I understand what you're saying. Maybe you could have done that, but you know, I wouldn't. It's not like it's a disaster cut where he's made. And I thought, you know, I've seen like people maybe you shouldn't take Mudryk off. I think Mudryk didn't have a bad game, but out of the forwards, he was probably he probably wasn't performing the best. Right. So taking him off, that's fine, but. It's just then, listen, maybe you could have done that, but I just don't think it's that big in the game today to actually go in on Potter and go, yeah, well, who's to blame for this loss?
Yeah,
and stuff
I wouldn't say
like
he's
that.
awful.
I just don't
put it.
This we're talking about the Fulham game. Like I totally get you. Even partly due to the West Ham game, maybe the only thing I can say with the substitutions, he should have taken Chilwell off a lot sooner because it looks like Chilwell's got another injury. So so I think you're right on that one. But other than that. And Kovacic and Zakaria, they travelled, so they must be fit enough, but they've only recently just come back into training. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and I thought Enzo and Ruben Loftus-Cheek did very well today. So, you know, I can understand that, but to see still people say Potter out, I know where you stand now. He can't do anything right. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if we'd won 4-0 tonight, people would have come out and said we should have scored 5. To blame him, do you know what I mean? It's like that. Do you know what I mean? It's
how did you not score 7 goals? Get him out.
Yeah.
Get him out.
We scored 6. Why did you score 7? You're rubbish. Stuff like that, and it's fine, man. We move on. And to me, he probably isn't a long-term thing, but to blame him tonight for anything is like, or to go over the top and blame him like it's his fault that we lost entirely is to me, I just can't see it, man. I can't see the logic behind it.
Can I say something on this as well, real quick?
Before you do that, Jess, Bladger Paulie, you locked in. Continue to get your questions in. Let's bump up these likes as well, man.
I've got so much shit to say.
I let Camp go. I'm not going to be first.
That's cool. And 5 more subscribers, man. Get us up to 5,275. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. There's over 90 of you that locked in. Go on, Jess. Say what you was going to say.
No. Because I agree, actually, most of what Sofa was saying, but I don't know if Sofa has seen more than me. But when I was on the timeline, people were really trying to flame Felix for those 2 chances. That I saw more Potter slander than those 2 chances mentioned today on my timeline.
Yeah.
And do you think it's because oh my God, it's Felix, everybody loves him. They don't want to slander him, so they just have to go to the manager.
It's partly because of that. It's just anything now that, you know, anything that's negative, it's always going to be Potter's fault, no matter what. And you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, I bet it's Florida's story at the start when Eric Ten Hag first started. I said it's the Florida's before even Eric Ten Hag had his first lineup. There'll be people that criticise Eric Ten Hag's first lineup when he had his first game. You remember I said that to you?
Yes.
And you at the time, and what happened? Boom, bang. Yeah. Like a night follows day. You know what I mean? It was so predictable that was going to happen. Yeah. But I bet you was like still even people. There might be even a few weirdos, Man United fans, that probably blame Ten Hag for like Rashford's poor form at the start of the season or something like that.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just them Ollie inners, man.
It's just weird. It's just weirdness. People just want to blame for blame's sake, and you know, I wouldn't even blame Potter. If you want to blame anyone, you blame the owners for putting Potter in this position in the first place. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. And let me just say this: if he's not going to be the long-term project, and he's out, let me just also say this: I don't believe Chelsea will go for a big-name manager like Enrique or something like that. With the infrastructure they've got in, led by that Vavell bloke, I think it'll be a more strategic appointment. It won't be a big name like Enrique or like I was saying today. Oh, we could get Ancelotti back. It's not going to be like that. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be someone that you've hardly ever heard of. Do you remember, Jez? You remember the stories before Christmas? The Frankfurt boss being linked to Chelsea or something like that, or the reports like that. It'll be someone that's not very well known. It'll be like a De Zerbi. from like
Yeah.
Shakhtar. Do you know what I mean? It'll be something
Yeah.
like that. It might even be De Zerbi.
Yeah.
They go to Brighton again and get De Zerbi, and then Brighton bring in another boss, so that's better than De Zerbi. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? People get blamed for anything. It's like, and then you look at now the 007 memes gone from Sancho to Gakpo. Now it's heading to Madrid. You know what I mean? It'll be whoever brings up next.
Oh no, that was stick with Sancho, bro.
Right, but what I'm saying is that if someone has
he's the original.
it's like I saw people blame like Enzo Fernandez today for the goal, and it's like he was the only man back there. What did you? And I think he was already booked or something like that. And it was like, what do you expect him to do? Take another yellow card and then be out of the next game?
One thing I do say as well is people don't know, but I think last week broke the Bundesliga record as the fastest player. And you got to remember there were fast players in the Bundesliga before, like Dembele, Aubameyang, etc. You know, and these guys are too.
Yeah.
Haaland, yeah.
I will say this. I preface this right now. There is no excuse for not beating Southampton comfortably on Saturday. Yeah, there's no excuse. I'm not even talking about a 1-0 scrappy win. I'm talking a comfortable win. Yeah, by 2 or more goals, and it's comfortable. If I don't see that, then I will. Obviously, it's all in context, everything like that. But I will be going in.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Alhambra will be here. I know that much. He'll be like, yo, what the?
And that's no excuse. And no excuse. And sorry, Jez, but if these guys don't turn up against Spurs as well, then that'll be it. That'll be it as well. So you know, back onto Arsenal.
That's first. We'll get back onto Arsenal. Did I miss any members' questions? No, I didn't. Yeah, go on, Cam. Floor's yours. Alhambra, big up again for the super chat. Yeah, go on, Cam. Floor's yours.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what it was. Yeah, man. My brain is so scrambled right now.
Yeah, man. Just start off with whatever. Actually, did you watch today's game? Did you wait before you go? Did you watch the game today?
The thing is, yeah, I was working, but I watched
bits and pieces.
I didn't see, but no, I did watch. I did catch quite a chunk of it. Like I wouldn't say I watched the full 90 minutes, but out of the 90, I would say probably around 70 minutes. Not all in one, not the first 70, but like if you was to add it all together, it would be about 75 minutes.
Gotcha.
Right,
so,
I want to know. So this is me asking you a question. What are your actual thoughts on the actual game itself, not the impact?
I mean, do you know what? Yeah, I ain't even gonna hate. First half, we were all right first half, man. Like, we could have done better. We had the chances to do better, but obviously we didn't fucking take them. And then obviously, I mean, to be honest, my take on that penalty was, I think, I mean, it might sound biased because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, but I think in my mind it was a penalty, but it was a very, very, very soft one. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have been mad if they didn't give the penalty. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, I thought it was but carry on.
Because I was looking at it, I was like, I mean, they should give the pen, but I won't be mad if they don't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first half was alright, but then the second half, it was just like City. And do you know what? I can't even say City fucking completely overdone us, bro, because they didn't even. It's not even like it was the City. I told you, look, when I would have rather play. All right, fair enough. They beat us 3-1 and Haaland scored, didn't it? But that wasn't until they didn't really get there. They scored in the 75th minute, something like that. And then Haaland scored in the 80th odd minute. But until then, they were creating the chances, and to be fair, they did hit the bar twice. So, I mean, City was City, man. Like I said, I can't really be mad about tonight's game. I was expecting an L. As much as I hate to say it, what Arsenal fans forget to realise is we ain't beat them at the Emirates since 2015, bro.
A long time, bro. A long time.
Or 20, yeah, bro. We haven't beaten City at our own ground.
Yeah, man. Last time you beat them, Neymar was actually, you know what I'm saying, picking up trophies of significance. But go on, carry on. You know what I'm saying?
Shush, don't say that out loud.
Yeah, hold that, Cam. I know you're in the chat.
Just carry on, go on.
I can't even hate. I have to, bro. This is what my club does to me, fam. How can I fire back, fam. I'm not one of these delusional. Oh no!
Yeah.
How dare you? Arsenal this, invincible that. 20 years later, I mean, fucking move on, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not mad. I mean, I expected the L, so it's not like I can be mad at the L. Do you know what I mean? I'm just disappointed because I was hoping we could get something out of the game for the first time.
Yeah.
But obviously that was just a bit of hope. I wasn't really expecting anything. So I can't really, and like I said, like City was City, and it wasn't even like City were City of last season. It's not even like
It's the greatest City we've seen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even like the great, like, we fucked up, bro. That's it. We just didn't take our chances. They did. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there was a couple chances. That's what I'm saying. Like, Eddie Nketiah had a great little start when he first came, but now he's the Eddie Nketiah everyone fucking expected.
True.
And now they're mad. Like, hold on, you're the same fucking fans that were like, oh, Eddie Nketiah is shit. And he comes in, he bangs for us a few games. You get, oh, you know what? Yeah, Eddie this, and then they make a song about Eddie. Oh, he's terrifying your defense, ra-ta-ta. And man, he fucking scored, bro. For how many games now? I can't get onto Eddie. I already knew that. I knew this was coming. I was more shocked that he was banging.
Your defense
I mean, I was
in trouble and Katia in the room.
Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what kind of fucking hell, bro? Like, do you know what Arsenal fans do? And it pisses me off. They do it all the time, bro. They do it all the fucking time, bro. They jump the gun. Excuse the pun, by the way, because I just realized what I said. That's not. I don't mean that in no pun intended. But they legit jump the gun on everything they do. How many? Let me ask you, man. Yeah. Since COVID, when this footballing podcast really took over and everyone started doing, everyone jumped on it. Because obviously they had, do you know what I'm saying? Because half the jobs were, you either do it at home or you're not going to work.
Yeah, people had time on their hands and stuff.
Yeah, so they had time. So this is when it really kicked off. Yeah. Even football Twitter, like for me, football Twitter, because I wasn't really on football Twitter till then. Do you know what I mean? Because of Flawless, to be fair.
Speaking
of how many
Gal's appearance on there? That was real.
Trust. Bruv, that was legendary. But I'm gonna say one thing. I want to say my little piece on that, innit? Yeah, it's not me slating a gal, but I just want to say my piece because I've got mad love for the girl on it.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, But what I was saying was, what Arsenal fans do, they jump the gun with everything. Now think about how many fucking transfer windows just since COVID have Arsenal fans alone. Arsenal fans, not of a rival fan base, Arsenal fans, yeah, seen a link to a football player, and in straight away, you'll see it from a big Arsenal account or a big-ish Arsenal account anyway. That football player in an Arsenal shirt because of one link.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
That I'm just using that as an example of jumping the gun. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's all it, but I'm legit just using that as an example.
Just based off the first half of the season, bro. This guy, as my dog Jez loves to call him, Dog Nelly, man. They said this guy is better than Rashford. He's the best left winger in the Prem. He's the best left winger in the world in form. He's better.
Do you know what? Yeah.
He's better than Euro. Hold on. He's better than Vinicius Jr.
Listen. I'm not saying.
Stinky, bro.
Let Cam go.
All I can say is, and it's my only excuse for him right now, is he's fatigued. I saw it, but I see it before I literally see it before the World Cup. Okay. I saw it before the World Cup, but I couldn't say drop him because legit there was no one to drop him for. Do you know what I mean? There was legit no one there. Now we got a Trossard, fair enough, but there was legit no one there really.
Hey, Cam, who's better, Trossard or him? By the way, as a footballer, who do you think is better?
But I'll take Martinelli all day because at the end of the day, my main concern with Martinelli, It's not his footballing skills or his ability. It's his stamina.
Mhm.
That's my main concern. Now,
Right.
put him in a. If you put him in a 6-7 game run, yeah, after a rest, he'll bang. He'll bang. I'm telling you right now.
But
But then after the 8th, 9th game, if you're starting him and he's doing a full 90 minutes, basically, you'll start seeing him gradually be like, yo, what happened to Martinelli was quiet today. Yo, what happened? Do you know what I mean? And the other reason why I blame the fatigue is also on Zinchenko, because Zinchenko always cuts into the midfield, which leaves that left side exposed. So if another team does grab the ball off us, Martinelli's now fucking racing down the left side, trying to cover Zinchenko.
Bro, but
Whereas if you no, the reason why I say that is because if you look at on the other side with Saka, yeah, it's just an example. If you look on the other side with Saka, the reason why Saka can maintain his stamina because he doesn't have to cover the right wing so much because Ben White doesn't cut in. You know what I mean? Ben White doesn't. I mean, fair enough. Today was Tomiyasu, and he stunk. He did, but for that, for that Haaland. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah.
What would the Haaland goal from?
Oh,
That you're not
fam.
happy about? What was
Oh my god, this guy
what
was
was it?
this guy was daydreaming about Kim Kardashian or something, bro.
Who was daydreaming? Who?
Tomiyasu, bro. This guy was in
Oh, you talking about the De
fucking
Bruyne goal, the first one.
even. Oh my god, yeah. Even
Yeah, you talking
even
about
the
that
boy.
one.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't
Even the
blame him for
fucking
the other two. The first one was his fault, but the other two, I don't.
Oh
I need
my
to watch it again.
god,
I don't
fam.
blame him.
No. Actually, no. It didn't go in. I just realized it was a Haaland
Still.
chance, but it didn't go in.
Okay.
Because I was thinking, oh my god, Tomiyasu, you got away with one, but you fucking.
I think I know which one he's talking about. But yo, Cam, can I ask you a quick question?
Yo,
I wonder because I asked Arsenal fans as well the same question that kind of all agree with me when I say this. When I say because the way Arsenal press in the first half, and they rely on scoring 1 or 2 goals within that time, and then once you get to the second half, after the 60th minute, you guys kind of gassing out because you were pressing so much. Do you think your pressing game is a reason why these ones are starting to fall off now?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that is a big reason. That's where the fatigue comes in. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, the fatigue.
Bro.
Because they press. If you look at it, because you're not wrong with what you're saying, fam. If you actually look at it from the start of the season, yeah, all the games, even I noticed that. I clocked that all the time. Most of the games, we would bang in the first half, 1, 2, 3 goal, whatever. And in the second half, we'd be more maintained. Maybe if you actually look at the second half stats itself, it'll be a 0-0 or maybe even a 1-0 away loss or a loss. But because we banged 2, 3, or maybe even 4 in the first half, that little one consolation doesn't really matter in that sense. Do you know what I mean? So I get what you mean, like, and that's what I'm saying. That's where the fatigue comes in, but like at the end of the day, it's not just Martinelli that's fatigued.
Yeah, the whole team, like today,
The whole team, but most of the team is fatigued. But the problem we've got now is there's no one to drop this team for. And if you're going to bring me the names on the bench,
that
right
bench
now,
today was awful. From like I'm seeing,
that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna, that's what I'm trying to say. Arteta obviously doesn't trust his own bench. It's obvious.
Also, firstly, so in Arsenal's first 13 games, in 9 of them, so 9 out of the 13, they scored the opener in the first half. And since then, in their last 10 games, they've only scored the opener in the first half twice. So 2 out of 10 times.
Like,
so that makes a massive difference.
Think about it. Think about who's been missing about from the last 10 games.
Martinelli, Zinchenko has been playing inverted the whole season. It's not this.
Yeah, I know. I didn't say it was just this period.
And Cam said, "Oh, Rashford shouldn't be compared to Martinelli," but they did compare.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the chat.
Yeah, Cam's in the chat. Yeah, not you.
My bad.
He said that a lot of Arsenal fans were comparing them to. He's like, he's better, he's this, he's that. So, all right, if you're gonna go there, then I'm gonna hold you to that standard.
But to be honest,
No, don't run now, since that shit's going out the fan. And just because and then I'm hearing the excuse that because Jesus isn't playing, he's not helping him link with him. So what? So is he just dependent on Jesus? So when you were calling him the best winger in the world, that was only because Jesus was helping him? Is that why?
You know what?
It's not that he's not there. He's not. Is him missing one-on-ones or not being able to beat his man because of Jesus? Is that also true? Or is Jesus's aura like Van Dijk has his perfume aura? Is that helping him as well? Because I'm confused here. Go ahead.
You know what this is definitely has to do with the fact because like Jesus is at the end of the day a massive part of the way the attack functions, and Nketiah and Jesus are just different. Like I said it already to somebody else. The reason why our team had it easier to defend against AC Milan compared to having to deal with an Arsenal, or not even Arsenal, just a team that plays a false line is because certain teams just don't want to be chasing around. Teams don't want to chase around like a striker that is chopping deep, coming to the box on the wing, right? Teams don't want to do that. The centre backs don't want to do that. They would rather deal with somebody physical, but he's going to stay in the box at least the whole time or in dead areas. So I do think Jesus is a massive reason for the chop off. But
he's definitely a factor. I agree with that. He is definitely.
But you know what? This is where I agree with Cam. Of the Arsenal camp, where Arsenal fans jump the gun. They love to just overhype everything.
I agree with this.
This is the issue. Like obviously, Cam is not one of them, but Arsenal fans in general just love to. Everything that happens good, they have to take it to the next level. All of the sudden looks like a god. Half a month before that, everybody wanted him out. Only though a few people are still having the same energy for Edu. That a lot of people said, no, Edu is not the issue. It's the owners that not giving them the money. No, it's not. Negotiate a better deal.
That's fair. Let me get to this from Khalid as well, who says, members continue to get your questions in. He says, in our title-winning season, out of the 2 games against City, we lost one and won the other. So you have to win your other games. I'll add on to this question from Khalid and go to you, Cam, and say, you do play City at the Emirates. Are you confident going there? That is my question to you.
At the Etihad?
Yeah. You got him at the Etihad. First.
To be honest with you, I think by then it wouldn't really matter.
When is that game?
April.
I swear. Wait, April.
Okay. So there's a lot of football to be played in between now and then.
Yeah, you got to play Emery first, man, this weekend.
I'm telling you,
I'll be
that
honest
is
with you.
today.
I don't think that will matter by then.
Wow.
I hope I'm wrong, but I turn out never being wrong, and I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Bro, Arsenal got a tough run of fixtures. They got City away, then Chelsea at home, then Newcastle away, then Brighton at home.
We discussed this, didn't we, Flores?
We did. Well, yeah, we did.
That is
Forest away, you could be fighting for their life at that point. Yeah, that's true.
And you know what now, Flores? Now, what did I say before these 2 games? I said
you said it's on February.
I didn't know. No. Before I even said about February, I said because we fucked up in the last 2 games, but the game before was the City FA Cup game, so it is what it is on that one. Because we fucked up against Everton. The Brentford and City game are going to be the most 2 crucial games to our season.
Yeah.
Because either we're going to go into this next fixture run where you look at it for Arsenal and you look at it in Arsenal's favour, if you're going to judge it from the start of the season with the teams we're playing. Why we're going to go into it with these 2 games under our belt with good performances and, hopefully 4 to 6 points out of it, wherever. Yeah. We haven't done that. I said, now we're going to go into this run of fixtures with bad momentum, right? And people are going to think that we're going to probably win 1 game. I said it, we're probably going to win 1 game in February, maybe 2. But they're going to look at it like, oh, Arsenal, yeah, it's the rebuild. No, because then March comes. I can't be asked, but I don't.
And it's, you know what? Because I'm looking at it, Villa away, Leicester away, we're in good form currently right now. That's not easy. Then at home to Everton, and then home to Bournemouth, or even away at Fulham. Home to Palace is favourable. Home to home to Leeds is favourable. Away at Liverpool won't be easy. Away to West Ham won't be easy. you'll definitely beat Southampton, and then that's the and then after that, City away in the fixtures. And adding in what for not adding into this is Europa League as well. It's going to be interesting to see how serious Arteta takes that.
Yeah, man said
Very
Europa
interesting.
League, fam. There's no point in but we don't even have the squad for Premier League. Fuck the Europa League, bro.
Bro, man, you might have to put all your eggs in the Europa League basket. Go win that. You know what I'm saying? Get that first European
Arsenal in
trophy to
Europe.
Arsenal.
What a joke.
Could still have a good season. If you don't win the Europa League, that's still a good season.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not even mad at. Do you know? I've just realized. I've just come to a conclusion. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm mad at myself. Reality is, yeah, I'm not mad at Arsenal. I'm not mad at these fans. No. In fact, I'm actually mad at myself.
They tricked you. They tricked you.
No. It's not they tricked. No. It's not they tricked me. It's not they tricked me, right?
tricked yourself.
Because yes, because I said to myself in 2012. I said to myself in 2012, I will never let Arsenal get under my skin again. I said this. I fucking said this, and then this year happens. This fucking year happens, and then I trick myself. Knowing what the reality is gonna be, bruv.
You know what the
Alright,
funny
man.
thing is?
You
Cam
got
Cam
lost, man.
was
It's okay. It's cool.
Arteta in before Arteta out before the United game. Then the United game happened. They went Arteta in after that. Everything they lost to City, they lost to Everton, they drew to Brentford. And then
It's me, bro. I'm telling
It
you,
was
it's
all a
fucking
dream.
me.
The moment he
Bruv, they
everything
biggied
turned.
me. I'm telling you, fam. They BIG'd me, bruv. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. I'm telling
Hey, go
you,
on,
bruv.
man. You know.
Oh, bruv, I can't be asked with this club
Alright, man,
anymore, bruv.
we here for you, fam. Don't worry about it.
I'm just depressed, bruv. I'm depressed in myself. Why did I do this to myself?
We here for you. Don't worry about it.
Why did I tricked my? I can't believe I did this to myself
You know
again,
what you
bruv.
messed up by supporting Arsenal.
No, we're here to help you.
No. To be fair, I didn't because I would have been Spurs otherwise.
Yeah, you.
No, you should have picked United, man.
Yeah,
No. The reason why I say that is because my mum and my late dad, they were Spurs fans, innit? But obviously I'm not gonna get personal, but my dad wasn't really in my he didn't live with me anyway. So but he was in my life, but he didn't live with me. But my uncle was more of my father figure, and he was an Arsenal fan. He took me to my first ever football game, which was an Arsenal game.
Picked Arsenal. Yeah,
And from that Arsenal game, I saw Dennis Bergkamp, and then that was it. Man, was hooked. It wasn't even unreal, none of them, man. It was That's why I say Bergkamp, just for nostalgia and agenda's sake. Because I know there's obviously players statistically and whatever you want to go on that are better than him. But for agenda and nostalgia's sake, for my own sake, Bergkamp will forever be the top of my list.
Yeah, man, 100%.
You know what I mean? So
I love that Sarcasm City is basically a Cam therapy session. Many people of all different clubs have been here for therapy sessions.
I haven't had it.
Cam, whether it's Jez, whether it's one of the Chelsea lot, whether it's a Manchester United fan, including myself. Yeah, man, everybody got to get things up.
Trust it. I get the one above. Get the one above.
He says Cam only just realized that definition of insanity is repeatedly doing the same things, expecting a different outcome. And to Jordan here, who says, imagine if we actually got João Felix. Are you an Arsenal fan? Are you a United fan? Are you a Chelsea fan? Who are you talking about here, Jordan?
Yeah, you might be United or Arsenal.
Yeah, he has to be United or Arsenal. How can he be?
Chelsea did get him. Yeah, you're right.
You ain't getting Felix. You can keep your hands up, man.
What I was gonna say, what? So what I was gonna say,
we gonna get Mbappe, mate. Mbappe.
That's what I'm saying. What I was gonna say was
promoting.
Hold that, man. Hold that. So
promoting. Sorry, man. No, what I was gonna say as well. My big issue really is. Do you know what now? I've realized this. There's fans that are obviously inside the club now. They see the players and shit like that. Obviously they might not blog it or they might blog it. I don't know. But there are fans inside the club that are actually technically staff, but to us they were fans before anyway. Yeah, and not all, obviously not every single one of them, but there was some. These are the same fans here that will be criticizing a certain player or criticizing a certain person in the club, and then you'll see, or they'll see the person or the player or whoever it is they're criticizing, yeah, say like you'll see them say, "Oh, he's this, he's that, rah 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 rah. He needs to be this and rah rah rah." And they're like, "All right, well, I hope the day is the day you meet him, so you can tell him all this. So hopefully, it'll fucking fix him up." Because I agree. And then they meet them. Oh hi, oh bestie, do you want a selfie? Can I have a selfie? Yeah. It's like, bro, just tell them how you really fucking feel, bro.
Thanks.
Just tell them how you really feel, bro. They're human beings, bro. At the end of the day, yeah, they are blessed. They are fucking blessed to be not just where they are, but how much they're fucking earning while there's bare people out here struggling, bro. They are fucking blessed. The least of their fucking expectations should be criticism. And if criticism is what fucking tips them over the edge and mentally, then they shouldn't be playing football. Simple as that.
First.
Because the least of your expectation of being a footballer at a big club is criticism. You you know what I mean? That you should know that will come,
Absolutely.
no matter what.
Agreed.
Let's be honest. Messi would have got criticism every now and then.
Yeah. If you don't perform, you get criticized. That's
what I'm saying.
That is the facts. That is the facts.
So
this
is my problem. So you have these kind of people, and then there's too many yes men as well. Obviously, there's too many that's what they are, the yes men. And the other problem is like, but these fans like that. Like I said, I've got mad love for a gal in it, and I think he went like. I mean, the rant was brilliant. Don't get me. It was fucking legendary. He's put his name in the books forever with that rant, bro. I don't give a fuck, fam. Yeah, but where I feel like he got it misinterpreted was, I feel like he was just blaming Brandon on tonight's game.
Yeah.
Where I didn't catch the whole fucking show. I didn't fucking know. I only saw the clip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I remember when Brandon used to do Gunners talking, he was very level, like he was more on the same level as me.
Mm.
Not level, like, I'm not even saying level headed, like, yeah, he was more level headed, but like he was more on the same stance where I was as an Arsenal fan.
Your thought process was similar.
Yeah. So I feel like a gal thought he was, maybe he was, I don't know. I actually don't, like I said, I need to actually watch the full thing, but I haven't, just judging by the clip yet. From me knowing how Brandon was, unless he's drastically changed and I don't know about it, I feel like he was actually just coming from the past four games in particular. And you can even say the United game, because we were lucky in the United game. I mean, I know we deserved it. We did deserve the win, but it wasn't like we majorly deserved the win. Because if United came out that draw, you couldn't be like, oh, United were mad lucky, yeah. Because they had their chances, bro.
Yeah.
They had their chances. But like I said, in the last 20 minutes, they were just a bit gassed out. We was like, I mean, that's what shocked me. Like in the last 20 minutes against United, we had that energy, but it was like that was the last of it.
That was the last final push.
That was the last final push. Forget you got a whole another 19 games to come now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You've only done the first half. You got to know a whole other half now. It's like, you know, when you make a sandwich, you buttered one slice. You now need to go butter the other slice. You know what I mean?
Oh, you've lost me there. What? You've lost me. You've lost me.
You know, when you make a sandwich and you get two pieces of bread out, you butter one slice of bread, yeah?
I hear that. Yeah. I get that part. You need to butter the other one. Is that what
you now need to go over and butter the other slice, the other half. That's the other half. You're forgetting to butter the other half of the bread.
I'm so lost.
All right, whatever. Anyway, you might not lost it, is what it is.
Oh, Camco, you know what's crazy? The last time when we did good last week, you did an analogy like that. That lost me as well. But carry on in it. I get it. I think I get what you're trying to say. But carry on. That's
anyway, yeah. I mean, listen. Listen. Here's what it is. Anyway, yeah. So the two slices of bread makes a sandwich. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to get to. Cool. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get to. Anyways, but
see,
so
Emma
it's
got
like,
it, man. Emma got it. So there you go. Shout out to Emma. She got it.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
But yeah, man. Like I said, man, it's like now we got a whole other half of football to play, and we gassed out at Man United.
Oh yeah,
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 peak,
yeah. I
man.
get what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm
I
saying? We
understand.
gassed out. We gassed out at Man United. We gassed out there, and now we've got a whole. It's like resetting from the start. I'm not saying resetting from the start of the season, but like resetting there, go from game 1 to game 19, because that's what you've got now to do again, but just the other way around. So the fixtures you played at home, you now play away, and vice versa. Everyone knows this. I don't know if you went to that. So yeah, man. So, but it's now, like I said, with February. We're now at February, and people tried to tell me with the transfer window as well. Oh, it was a decent transfer window. Da 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 da. I'm not being funny, right? If you're looking at that transfer window and saying that's a decent transfer window, now you're saying that, or maybe Edu should have got some more players in the transfer window. Don't be going back on that your shit that you were saying 3 days ago, bro.
Yeah, first.
Because we all know that transfer window was fucking dead. From an Arsenal perspective, if we're so-called chasing this league, yeah, because that's what we've been believed to do. Yeah, that's what we've been put on the pedestal to do. That's what the media's put us in. That's what the football Twitter has put us in. That's what everyone's put us in. We are the title contenders. We were the title leaders, sorry. We are title contenders, wherever you want to put us in. So that's the category in. If we're gonna go for the title, we should not be going for fucking not just 3 players, but like, oh
Caliber.
my god. The caliber, that's what I'm saying.
It's a caliber thing. Like, you should bring in signings who then, like, okay, this will help us in our quest to
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I won't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. You've got a young squad. You know you was gonna fatigue at some point. You know your players are gonna start getting tired, bro, because they're playing week in, week out.
No,
and you go into the transfer window and buy this. Thinking that's going to help. Now, this is what I said. These next 2 games, I said it in the Gunner talk. I said the next 2 games will actually define us as title challengers or just top 4.
Yeah.
And it's
even
what's
though you are level on points, you do have a game in hand still.
Oh, oof, what did you do?
Oh man,
you can be still at least 3 points clear.
That being said, yeah, wow, United we're only 5 points off C.
Have we not learned from last year what Arsenal? Have we not learned from that from last year?
Huh?
Nah, I just didn't realize we was that close to
Do
the
you
top.
remember from last year? Oh, we're this far ahead and we got games in hand. Rah. And Marvin in them games in hand.
Nah, I hate you, fam. I remember that. Nah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying, fam?
Like
So
the video, man. What the like? Get it to 100 likes. What was y'all doing, man?
Like, let's see where how many likes have we actually have?
78,
77.
bro. What is
Was
this?
It 78. Yeah. You lot bump that up before we close out. That being said, large up to all the members of the channel. Obviously, as one of the perks, you get shout out during some of the Q&As. So big up to Westbrook is goated, Starlord, Zayot 44, WKD, give it to Mikey, Mophead, Nonchalant, Broderick, the Disabled Team, Dan Levitt, Victor, Taza, who's on there, Victor, who was on there earlier as well, Raymond, Alam, who you see on there, Daniel, Khalid, who's been in the chat, Jay Socials, Shane Malone, Steve, Nick, Malcolm, again, who's another one you see in the chat on a regular basis, Matro, Carefree 53, OG Turbo Jesus, that is jokes, Jesters, Brian, Time to Shine, Surf, who's on there, Eddie as well, who's another regular, Sasha, Nelly, Scott Page, Neville B, and the guy who will never get tired of kicking down a flight of stairs, Ryan. So yeah, man, big up to everyone, all the members of the channel. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people. So you want to join the membership, check out some of the great perks. Well, all the great perks on there, check it out. And that's how a lot of people you actually see on the channel, that's how they got on here, was by becoming members, and then they became co-hosts of different shows and stuff like that. So yeah, check out the
we're gonna
membership.
lose on Saturday.
Nah, I reckon.
Sorry, I just saw the fixtures.
I reckon it'll be a draw. Malcolm says, Flawless, what would be your strategy for tomorrow's game? Sit back, be compact, give Barcelona the ball, and then when we get it, counter-attack. Nou Camp's a big pitch. They're going to play a high line. With Rashford, just use him as in particular. We got so much space to hit. You know what I'm saying? Bruno with his third man runs. You got Weghorst out there. Garnacho will be out there. You got Sancho. You got Palestri. You have so many players who can run the other way. Yeah, go on, Cam.
I need an 8-0 Barca. That's the only way this shit Cheers.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
have a
I need 8Gs dropped in my account, so here we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Trust. Oh my days. If someone dropped 8 mil in my account, I
I
would
said 8
never
mil. I said
complain.
8Gs. You know what I'm saying? I said,
I'm
I said
greedy.
8
I'm a
Gs.
greedy. I'm a greedy motherfucker. I need 8
I ain't gonna
mil.
lie. At
Bro.
this point, I'd be happy for the £8, but here we are. But yes, but yeah.
Someone dropped that £8 in it. Someone dropped that £8 in it.
All jokes aside, yes, Malcolm, give Barcelona the ball. Not too much. I'm not saying 80, 85% possession. Not even 75, like top 70. But then when we get it, we have to be precise with our passing. I'm looking at Casemiro. I'm looking at Fred. I'm looking at Martinez. I'm looking at Varane. I'm looking at our fullbacks. Not to necessarily make through the line cutthroat passes. Obviously, Martinez and Casemiro can do, but it's about looking after the ball and keeping it well when we do get it. Because I really believe that big pitch. I'm expecting big performances from our senior players. I'm expecting big performances from a Martinez, a Varane, a Casemiro, Rashford. They're the four I'm really looking at. Bruno, because stylistically, I think this is a great game for him. All right, one thing we know about Bruno is he can hoof a ball into space. There's going to be so much space there. Third man running on that big pitch, something else he likes to do. I'm expecting a big performance from him, but more so the 4 players are named. Actually, 5 will throw Bruno in the mix. But that would be my strategy. What are you saying, Tazo? Strategy for tomorrow's
Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna leave it early.
Jez Love, yeah. I'm gonna close out shortly, but big up
Yeah.
Jez anyway. Yeah.
Come on,
Go
bro.
on, Tazo.
Just sit back, just hit them on a break. I would say even if we lose, if the deficit is only 1 goal, I know we're gonna cook them OT. So
Is Casemiro available for the game?
Yes, Casemiro's back. Yeah.
Oh, to you.
No,
the
no,
timeline won't explode in grief then if he's not playing us. So good.
Oh yeah, no Martinez. I forgot. My bad. Yeah, Shaw.
Oh, shit, yeah, so it's
reply
Lindelof.
Martinez. It'll be Luke Shaw. It'll be Luke Shaw. Let me put Luke Shaw's
Shaw.
name in there. I'm expecting our players, our defensive, our back four, the 2 in front, to look after the ball when we get it, because chances will happen. We'll create enough. And that's all I'm looking at.
PTSD, bro.
That's legit. And even though Taza said if we get a 1-0 def, I think I said this: we can win this game in this first leg by avoiding defeat. As long as Manchester United don't lose this game, I think we go through. Whether it's 0-0, whether it's 3-0.
Even if it's a 1-0 deficit, I think we go through.
That's not ideal, but yeah, I hear you. Without away goals, I hear you. I just don't want to have to come back to OT, and if they score, we have to score 3 to go through. Like, because we know scoring goals is no problem. But yeah, Martinez will be a miss, but Shaw has done very well when he's played left-sided centre-back. So I have no issue with that.
Bro.
The bigger issue, I'd rather see Sabitzer in there for Fred, because when I'm talking about passing and on the ball, Sabitzer's a better passer.
Hey, but you never know. If we get, Fredinho from, Brazil, not Bolivia, we'd be okay.
Yeah, but I'd rather just go with Sabitzer. I'd rather Sabitzer be available, but unfortunately he's not. But both Martinez and Sabitzer will be available, hopefully, anyway, for the second leg. Obviously, injury provided. So hopefully they're both fit, and then that makes us even stronger for the return. Like if you throw those 2 in the mix. So I'm
so depressed.
Yeah, man. Hey, Cam is what it is. But yeah, that's all the questions we've been in. We've been here for over 2 hours. Larger when that's locked. Let's hit the like button. Get us up to 80 likes, man, because we're still just short of that. We're too short. Hit the subscribe button if you need. We did hit the first milestone. So we're back today on the channel, on the YouTube, right here. Barcelona versus Manchester United. Early start, 5:15 p.m. UK time. We'll start 30 minutes before kickoff. 5:15 UK time here on YouTube.
Barca.
And then following that at midnight, Cam and myself will be back. Arsenal Manchester United show. Gonna talk from the Arsenal podcast meets the Man in United podcast. So we'll be discussing Arsenal losing to Manchester City and hopefully discussing Manchester United destroying Barcelona. So here we are. So again, with to everyone that's locked in, this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.